Now we're on it. Unfire the nuclear missiles. That was Chris's. Anyway, you have 3 nights. This counts as the first. You must bounce on it. Crazy style. Maybe even fart on it a little bit. That would make me goon. Welcome to the Sunday Movie Marathon. I'm Max.
I'm Chris.
We've got to get revved up. We got to get fired up. We got a long ass episode ahead of us. We're doing a whole 5 hours, uninterrupted, uncut, unfiltered. We could say all the slurs we want this time. How are we all doing?
Yeah, probably avoid the slurs today, but
we're avoiding some slurs today.
Yeah, maxed out my quota for the week.
Yeah, it's a Monday. No, it's not. It's a Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't even know anymore. We were supposed to record the other day, but then Chris was like, I can't see you through the jungle that is my room, my home. It's like a foreign land to me. I don't know where to put things, where I put things. I don't have an individual hook for all of my microphones like most people do. No. Isn't that correct?
I've just got too many things, too little space.
Can we say where you found one of the microphones?
Yeah, where'd you find these microphones in the end?
So one of them was like on the floor in a corner, hidden by shit. The other one was in my underwear drawer.
One was covered by shit, and one was covered in, well, no, I shan't say. So what the fuck? I mean, sort it out. Yeah. Sort it out. To be honest, the night we were going to record, I probably would have been dead to the world. Would have been a husk of a man.
Yeah, I think Kai was ill as well, weren't you?
Yeah.
Kai was ill. I was getting ill.
Yeah.
You know, it's all too much for us.
I diseased everyone. Got everyone infected.
We're just normal men. But I was telling Chris at that time about how I thought I was going to be killed at Eastleigh Station. So I was just waiting there, and then, you know, you see the pacers. I hate the pacers, man. You see these pacers running around train stations, just pacing around, back and forth. I'm going to pace up, I'm going to pace down. I hate them so much. What do you do? If you're listening to this and you walk anywhere, just fucking deal with it, okay? Just nip it in the bud. I'm sick of this. You walk in somewhere, you got nowhere to go. Just stand still. Stand still, take a seat. You know what she did? She does the pacer, sits next to me. 2 seats away. She puts her bag next to me, and then she sits on the other seat. What is that about?
Making her move.
She was making her move. No, I didn't like it. And you know what? I didn't like it even more because she kept looking at me through the side eye, and I was so scared. I thought, I'm going to be killed at Eastleigh Station. All Chris is concerned about is where his fucking microphones are. I could have been dead. Yeah. And then my phone ran out of battery. It was the most stressful evening I've ever spent in Eastleigh.
That's what happens when you leave Portsmouth.
That's not what happens when you leave Portsmouth. That's just what.
No,
No. Let's not turn this into another one of your things about, oh, Portsmouth's the best. Portsmouth's great. Why would you ever leave Portsmouth? You know what? Sometimes you got to go out of your comfort zone. Did it work that time? Not on that occasion, sure. But the rest of the day was fine. Welcome to the podcast.
Well, you survived. You're here.
Yeah.
It's all in the past now.
It's all in the past. Tickets on your phone now?
Yeah.
What's that about? Is this good content? I don't know.
To save the trees.
No, because and then it ran out of charge, so I was like, oh shit, if they catch me up on this, they say, where's your ticket? I'll go, on my phone that's turned into a brick. Sorry, I'm living in the future. Guess the future's not that good.
Yeah. I had an e-ticket for the Tate Modern thing, and they said, oh, sorry, we can't scan that particular e-ticket. You need to go and print off a physical ticket.
Yeah, Kai and me went to Tate Modern to see Picasso in all his glory, and Kai's ticket was the wrong ticket, except it was the right ticket, but it was the wrong ticket because he had to get it printed out somewhere else.
Yeah.
What's that about?
Yeah, e-tickets are shit, mate.
Did you get in the end?
Yeah. It was just effort. It was like 4 floors up, the Picasso one, so I had to walk down the stairs because the lifts were taking too long.
We saw Picasso's cock.
We did.
So it was titled, do you want to know what it was titled? Cock.
Well,
Kai was laughing, he was giggling, he was hooting and hollering. Everyone was like, oh my God, will you grow up?
I feel like Max felt like he was on a school trip with some school children because like Ed and Anne were just like touching everything.
Yeah, oh, Jesus Christ.
I was laughing at cock.
and was touching things. I'm as somebody who's worked in a couple of art galleries, you know how much I hate it when people touch things in art galleries. Just get a grip. If you're listening to this right now, Anne, I'm disappointed in you. I'm glad you didn't do it more, but on tenterhooks, I was so scared. It's terrifying. Stop touching things. Like children fucking touching everything. Gotta touch things, put them in my mouth. Yay. Ooh, look at them. Look at me. I have no impulse control. Just...
Maybe she was hoping that Picasso would come out of the painting like rubbing a genie lamp.
I wouldn't have wanted him to come out of a painting because he's a dickhead. I hate Picasso. I like his work, some of it, but I don't like the man.
He'd come out and ask you to stop laughing at his cock.
I would go, no, Picasso.
No, Picasso.
You've got a funny cock.
It was funny though. The cock was funny. No, it wasn't. It wasn't that the cock was funny. It was like a hen, right?
Yeah,
like a hen chicken
yeah.
cock. But it was just the title of it was just cock. So that was funny. It was funny.
And then just on the Tate Modern again, I saw loads of cocks that day actually.
Oh yeah.
There was one. It wasn't in the Picasso bit, but it was called 3 Blue Angels. Mm-hmm. And basically, some lads had like rolled their knobs in blue paint and just slapped it on a little canvas.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah,
of course you have.
Yeah. I've been to the Tate Modern.
It's up there all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh,
yeah. It was the cock room, of course.
Yeah, the cock room.
Cock and vagina room. You go in there with the plug holes. I was like, oh, Kai, you got to go see what's in that room. He goes in and he immediately exits. He's like, oh, for crying out loud.
It's just a load of knobs and fannies on the wall.
Yeah. But there was a bag of donuts in the middle.
Yeah, what was that all about? That's not art.
What?
That's not art.
How's that not art?
It's graffiti.
That's not graffiti.
And littering.
What? No, it was in a box. It was a Perspex box.
Shouldn't be there.
Why not?
Either do the knobs and the fannies or do the donuts. Don't combine them.
You're upset because it was 2 things instead of just one.
Yeah, and it doesn't really mean anything, does it?
Sure it does.
It's just
maybe
knobs and fannies and a bag of donuts. Like, what am I meant to take from that? And that took up a whole room.
Yeah. Plug holes.
Plug holes.
Plug holes too.
Yeah, true.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I like that room. Been in there twice now. I liked it this time around because I could see other people's reactions to it.
Yeah. As I was leaving the room, I saw loads of people walking down because I don't think a lot of people realised you could go down to that room.
No.
And they're just walking past me. I just wanted to go like, it's just knobs, guys.
It's just knobs
on the wall.
He kept saying that. It's just knobs.
Like, save yourself the hassle. It's just a load of knobs on a wall.
Yeah. And vaginas. You were negating that because there were also vaginas. And the donuts were there too. There's a lot. It was a multifunctional room.
Yeah.
It had a lot going on. I enjoyed it. You can't spend too long there, otherwise you go insane. It's what happened when I went there last year. Alone. Just went insane. Yeah. I just went insane. I don't know. Just surrounded by too many cocks. There's only so much I can take.
Yeah. It's only too many knobs you can see in one day.
Yeah. As a normal man.
Yeah. I just think as any man.
Maybe. Yeah. So anyway, that's why we're late. Wait, no, that was a completely different tangent. But yeah, it was a good day.
So we're 20 minutes in and we've talked about knobs.
Anyway,
and
you're probably thinking, I thought we were going to talk about a bunch of fucking horror movies. What do you know? It's actually the Knob and Donut podcast. Welcome to the Knob and Donut. Oh, should we make that a pub? That could be a great pub.
Yeah. Knob and Donut.
That'd be a sick pub.
That's like a super hands pub, mate.
Yeah, I'll put that on my list of things to do. Anyway, so we did a challenge that we set ourselves and followed through on in varying degrees.
Yeah.
So this was a... Should I just get into it? Have we got anything? No? Okay. So there's like this letterboxed user called Cinemonster. Every year he makes a big list of movies, and the movies are challenges. Some are movies that you can pick yourself. Some are movies that they have picked themselves. But it's this big list that you got to work through, and the list goes on and on and on with a lot of crazy rules. I've done it about 3 times now. Top level thoughts. I'm getting sick of it.
Yeah.
But I thought I'd do it this year, just to see how we go. How do we get on? Do we think we're going to talk about a lot of movies? Just preface.
Yeah.
Like about, well, maybe even 90. Who knows?
90.
Perhaps potentially. Probably not. Probably less.
Yeah. I got to 25, I think.
Yeah.
This is my 3rd year doing it. This was probably the toughest one.
Didn't like
I think
it.
last year was the most fun for me. It was just like a good mixture of things, and like a lot of films that I had been on my watch list for ages. And like some of the bad stuff was at least kind of funny bad.
I didn't,
Not really this year. This year
Not
was
really
just
this year.
boring.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah.
How about you, Kai?
I watched either 15 or 16. I don't know
Good effort.
for a fact. I found myself getting really bored, like sort of halfway through. I was like, I'm kind of done with the horror films now.
Yeah.
Kind of shot my bolt early doors. And by the time I got to October 31st, I was just like, I can't be bothered. And I watched a film that wasn't on my list, but it was on BBC iPlayer, which is what I had access to at that time.
I don't want to watch a movie ever again. That's how I feel when I do these things. It's like, it's too much. It's too much in quick succession.
Yeah.
We need moderation, people. Slow moderation with what you like, or you burn out on it. Now I don't ever want to watch movies again. And I guess we brought this podcast back for nothing. So what we are going to do is I'm going to go through each category, and we're going to say what movies we watched from that category. Give a brief review. Brief. Stress this. Brief.
Keep it
Cannot
brief.
be here forever.
Keep it brief, guys.
We have lives to do and be. So the top ones were you had to have 6 movies from 6 countries other than Italy or the US, and you had to have 9 decades worth of movies. We think generally we all did that?
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah.
I might have done that.
It racks up pretty easily, to be honest. It racks up pretty quick. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I did all that. To negate Italy and the US is interesting. But
maybe because they're just like the 2 most common countries for like horror movies.
Yeah. I find I'm not all that into Italian horror though. You know, it's got its staple, but mostly I don't really like them.
I find it a bit hit or miss.
Yeah.
I think I've only really seen like Suspiria.
Yeah.
That's probably the best one.
Yeah.
It's not the best one. Oh, maybe it is.
Is it Zombie 3 or something? I know everyone raves about that one as well. It's been quite good.
I watched that last year.
Yeah.
Also known as Zombie Flesh Eaters.
Oh, of course.
2 titles.
Zombie. Yeah, so the first one I'm going to go through is The Wizard of Oz from 1939. No idea why this was included, except for the fact that David Lynch died. That was his favourite movie. None of us watched it. Good movie anyway.
Yeah.
We've all seen it. But, you know.
Banger.
I
got the 4K ready to rewatch it and didn't even do it.
Great. There were a couple of bonuses that I did. The bonuses were Burn Witch Burn, German Chainsaw Massacre, and Trick or Treat. I watched German Chainsaw Massacre. This was a bunch of shit, really.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're not off to a good start. The thing about it is that I don't like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and it was very much in that same vein. It's not really doing anything particularly different. There's like some commentary on like the Berlin reunification, but that's quickly sidestepped for just like a bunch of fucking weirdos killing each other.
Nice.
It was like Texas Chainsaw, but worse. If that was even possible.
I just want to go on record and say I love that film.
Yeah,
Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that is.
Yeah, I'm the only one who doesn't like it, but I did watch that one at like 1.5 times speed. I just don't think it's not really necessarily doing anything wrong. Maybe you'd even like it, but it's just not for me, I don't think. Trick or Treat, I watched like 30 minutes of before I turned it off because I thought it was so boring. It had Ozzy Osbourne in it as a credit, but then I didn't even get far enough to see Ozzy Osbourne, so I suppose that's why it was recommended.
Oh, I thought it was the Trick or Treat with the little...
Oh, the anthology.
Yeah.
Trick or Treat.
Okay.
No, this one was about like a kid in school who's like a metalhead, and he gets bullied because he likes metal music. And he's like, I'm going to take revenge on the people who hate me because I like really great music. So he gets like this vinyl record, and from this like of like a guy who he really loves who died, and then he plays the vinyl backwards. And then the vinyl tells him to like do things, and then that ends up with him like getting one over on the bullies that hate him because he likes heavy metal.
Yeah, it doesn't sound great.
Just it's one of those where you think like, why? You know, they're like, oh, get lost, metalhead. You suck. You're cringe. It's like, why do metal purists want to be oppressed so hard? Just fucking get over it. Okay, nobody hates you because you like metal music. I hate you because you can't string a sentence together. It was clearly made by somebody who like got no bitches at school and thought it was because they like metal music, and in reality it was probably because they had no social skills and they couldn't be bothered to learn. And I just think that movie, it was just constantly that. And I was like, I'm getting bored now, and I don't care enough about seeing Ozzy Osbourne. And I think if I did, it would probably ruin him for me. So, yeah, that was that. Okay, we'll start off with, officially, one Tobe Hooper film. Is this what the challenge is named after, Hooptober? What Hooper movie did you watch?
Oh, I do.
Anyone?
So, yeah.
Take your pick.
Who wants to go first?
You go first.
Go on,
I watched, I was going to say Possession. It's not called that. It's called Poltergeist.
Of course.
Yeah, no, I liked it. It was very fun.
Not seen it before.
No, I'd never seen it before. I think I was talking to you guys about it before I watched it, and you guys were like, oh, it's just like a Spielberg film.
Yeah.
Because he was like an executive producer and was apparently quite hands-on, you were saying, Chris. And yeah, it is just like...
Feels like it.
Yeah, an early like Spielberg film, but yeah, really good. Not scary.
No.
But yeah, a lot of fun.
I think I found it terrifying the first time I watched it when I was like 14, 15.
Yeah, to be fair, if I was like 14, it would be pretty scary. But as a 28-year-old man, I was okay with it. But yeah, a lot of fun. Shout out Tobe Hooper.
Insane special effects in that film.
Yeah, like really good for the period, because it's 82, is it? 83? Yeah, like the scene with like all the stuff floating around in the room, and like that, like the little girl sort of getting like pulled into this like closet thing, but it's like she's like levitating off the. Yeah, it was just really good. It was really well done. That kid was less annoying than I thought she was going to be as well. It was a decent child performance. My mum was a favourite character because she just like at first was having so much fun with the poltergeist.
Yeah.
She set up, like when she finds out they've got a ghost, she's like got this whole assault course in the kitchen.
Oh yeah.
And she's like showing the dad and stuff. That was a lot of fun. And the parents are stoners, so they're cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool guys.
Running theme with Tobe,
I think.
Yeah, sure. What was your one?
My one was Spontaneous Combustion.
Okay.
1989, I believe.
All right.
Stars Brad Dourif, who probably best known as Chucky in the Child's Play movies.
Oh yeah.
It's just about people spontaneously combusting.
Nice.
Yeah.
People just keep exploding. Brad Dourif maybe to blame for it.
Maybe,
and
not
he,
even.
Like, also keeps. Yeah, he is technically to blame for it, because like anytime like someone touches him or something, they just suddenly explode like later that day, and he starts like affecting people over the phone and stuff, and like every time he's like kind of spontaneously combusting but not completely, just keeps like setting on fire and going out and shit.
Whoa.
It was pretty cool.
Was it cool?
It was very silly, very fun.
Yeah.
There was like quite a cool like conspiracy angle to it that I did enjoy. Like it starts off like I think set in the 50s and like going for this weird like fallout nuclear family sort of stuff, which is really interesting. But found it quite boring as it went on, because it was literally just the same shit going on over and over again. And effects wise, they do not hold up at all. It looks really bad. It's like a mixture of like practical fire effects where they like actually like set people on fire, and then it's like they just put stock fire effects like over it, green screened in.
I hate when they do that.
Yeah.
You can always tell. That's one of my big peeves with like CGI fire. I guess when you can't tell, you can't tell. But a lot of it is like, it's obviously CGI fire.
Yeah.
Doesn't look, just set a guy on fire. So we have the technology. Come on. Soft unrecommend then. Soft maybe recommend.
Yeah.
Yeah. You like seeing guys on fire.
It's fine. I enjoyed it. It's not one I say rush to, but...
No. Well, I won't. I don't like Tobe Hooper, because I just, every movie I've watched from him, barring Poltergeist, just don't think it's any good at all. I've done, 3 of these now? All of them have been bad. They've all been bad. Anyway, I watched Eggshells from 1971. It didn't say that, I mean, I guess it has to be a horror movie, but there's like, I guess he does horror movies, but then I'm trying to pick the ones that I haven't seen yet. And the only one that I hadn't seen that I thought might have been somewhat good was Eggshells. And this is not really a horror movie, apart from like the very end. You guys seen Eggshells?
No.
No, it's a weird one. It's got like basically no plot, but you just follow like a bunch of hippies around who just don't really do all that much of anything. It's just like very experimental. There's like something in the basement of this house And they're just like, yeah, it's probably something down there. I don't know. Should go back to having sex in the bath. And they're like, yeah, probably we should do that. They burn a car. And at the end, they all get sucked up and juiced into like a thingy. That's like the only part of it that's like a horror thing. It's like they all get sort of crushed into these like bags and then juiced in this weird machine that was maybe something to do with an alien. Not sure. It was fucking boring though. I got a really good line from here, where like these hippies are like playing outside in like a paddling pool or something. I forget which. This is what I watched this a long time ago. But he says, I love you through your breasts. And then she says, my bagels. I was like, wow, that's yeah, cool. All the music is like really, really weird as well. It's not a horror movie really up until that last point, but it's not really trying to do anything. I kind of respect it for it, oddly, but the music is so like boppy harpsichord sort of music.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, am I supposed to be scared or what am I supposed to be feeling here? I just got the sense that he didn't really want me to feel anything. So sort of kind of oddly respect him for that. Don't recommend it though. Okay. So next category, we got any film from the Cinemonster list of his favourite horror movies that you haven't seen. I'll say mine was Cure, but we've already talked about that on the last episode.
Oh, of course.
So yeah, that's a great movie. I love Cure. Got to watch that again sometime.
Yeah, great movie. Mine was Freaks from 1932. I think that was on your list as well, wasn't it, Carl?
Yeah, I think I did that for the film from 1932, but I watched Freaks as well.
1932 as well.
Nice.
I don't really remember it, to be honest.
Oh, I really liked Freaks.
I remember enjoying it. It's kind of more of like a drama than a horror, I'd say. Just bunch of like circus freaks at a circus.
Ugh.
And there's one like person who's like a beautiful act who's like basically manipulating one of the freaks into believing that
Are we allowed to call
them
freaks?
That's what the film's called.
Yeah.
Oh, fair
They're
enough,
freaks.
Yeah.
Sure. He manipulates the freaks into believing
that she's in love with him.
Oh, okay.
Isn't the tagline like, can a beautiful woman really love a midget?
Yeah.
That's a banger.
Yeah.
That's a banger of a headline.
He's like a little small German man, and he's got a little small German wife, and he leaves his little small German wife for the really nice looking lady. And it's a whole thing, and Max has just produced a teddy bear.
It was digging into my side. It wasn't like another guest. Yeah.
I was like,
He's just birthed a teddy bear.
Half an hour into this, just like, anyway, here's our secret guest.
But yeah, no, I liked it. I agree though, it's not a horror film. It feels weird that it's categorised as a horror film because
I guess it's just like the last scene's kind of creepy.
What, when they're all like crawling?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, no, that is a bit creepy, but
maybe it's scary if you hate freaks, am I right?
Yeah, exactly. It feels a bit harsh calling it a horror film because they are human beings at the end of the day. They're just like got deformities.
I think despite like the name and like that tagline, it does like tackle it in quite like a sensitive way.
Yeah, because that's the whole point of the film, isn't it? It's like these are just like a group of human beings. They all love each other. And there's this one woman who's tried to divide them and like turn them against each other. And they're like, no, actually, you can't come into our little society and mess with us like that.
Huh. Freaks unite.
Yeah, no, they do. It's sweet. It's a sweet film. I like it a lot.
That's not what I want to hear. I want to hear that it was scary. I want to hear it was spooky. I want to hear it scared your pants off.
Nah. Unless you're like 5 years old and like you're terrified of people with physical deformities, then I think you'll be okay with it.
If you're intolerant.
It was like really controversial when it came out as well. It was banned in loads of countries for years.
Yeah.
I'm like looking at them like, how? There's like nothing wrong with this.
I think it is because it was like you just saw people with physical deformities and it was like that was like relegated to like quote unquote freak shows and side shows at circuses. It's like, we can't show that in the cinema. Look at these people.
Yeah. What if people see them and vomit? I have to clean that up.
To be fair, I don't know what's wrong with them, but do you know like the girls with like the small heads and like the straight up ponytail? Yeah, they can't help it, but if three of them were like running around in my living room, I would be so scared.
They can't help it.
I know they can't, and that's why I feel awful.
Yeah, there's like a bit at the beginning where they're like dancing in like someone's garden, and he's like, "What the fuck's going on?"
Is it because they have the straight up ponytail you don't like?
No, I think it's the head.
The head.
It's because it's like it's just like this is horrible.
It's all right. We can talk about it. They're long dead.
I've always had this. I've got like a horrible recurring nightmare that I've had since I was like a child, where like someone that looks a lot like that with that sort of head shape and thing. After I've had a wee and I flush the toilet, it comes up from out of the toilet to like get me.
Okay.
So I think I've just got like a fear of them.
Pip and Flip.
Is that what they're called?
Well, maybe. It's maybe.
We're on really dangerous territory here, aren't we?
No, I'm just looking it up on like Google Images.
That's him. Yeah, that's him. That's them.
Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Anyway, should we move on?
Yeah. I feel like I've really
just discriminating against people with physical performance.
I've gone too far there. I was trying to be really careful about it, and then I've just gone, no, they freak me out. I don't want them in my living room.
It's okay. This is a safe space. Okay. The most popular film from the 40s that you haven't seen and can access. But just, I want to preface all this by saying these categories suck.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say it now. If you listen to this, man, I don't appreciate these categories.
Sort it
made
out.
for some really poor watching this year.
Sort it out.
Anyway.
I don't think I watched one for this, so I'll let you guys do it. Yeah,
I watched this movie from 1942 called Cat People. It's an old movie. It's an old black and white movie. Of course it is. It's from the 40s, for crying out loud. About this woman who is from I fucking forgot. She's from not America or England or wherever they are. I think they're in America. Anyway, she meets this guy at the zoo. This guy's like, "Oh, she's hot. I'm gonna go on a date with her." So he goes on a date with her, and then he asks him to marry her, and she goes, "Yes, I would love to." And then she's just like this really weird, sort of strange woman who is doing things. She's a bit weird, bit of a weirdo. She's a very conflicted character, I think, but I found her very compelling. I think this, first of all, I thought this was one of the creepier movies that I watched for this Hooptober. I thought this was one of my favorites. I really enjoyed it a lot. I think a lot of what I got out of it, there's a lot of allusion to the fact that you're like, what are we doing here? Is she a cat, or is she like, she always hangs out at the zoo and watches this jaguar. And the jaguar is always like looking at her. She's always talking to the zookeeper, being like, "How's the jaguar doing?" And there's like a lot of allusion to the fact that maybe she's a cat or something. And I thought, well, it's a very abstract and strange concept for a movie from the 40s. I thought, especially from the early 40s, we just don't. I think movies tried to play it a lot more straight than they did abstract at the time. So I thought it was quite interesting and very compelling in that way. I just enjoyed like the vibe of it. It was this really creeping, haunted type of feeling to it that like really unnerved me. But I found that I attached myself a lot to the fact that it seemed to be about the fact that she was from this foreign land trying to assimilate into culture and maybe even a class that she didn't belong to. And the way she's treated by this man, who I felt was more of an allegory for perhaps the country that she was trying to assimilate into, or maybe just like attitudes towards immigrants and immigration, that she was being treated very poorly, despite all her efforts. And it seemed to say that, you know, she could try in any amount of ways. She could try to be a person who is from this world, but she never will be, and she will never be accepted as much as somebody who was from that country or that world would be accepted just on face value. Especially because he treats her like really terribly. Towards the end, just sort of like throws it off. It's like, well, yeah, sure, we're married, but now I'm like, I don't know. I sort of rushed into it a little bit. Don't really feel like I like her anymore. And I'm like, you don't get to do that though. It's like such a harsh movie. This whole time, I'm sort of like feeling really bad for this woman. But I thought it was all handled really well in just a way that really astonished me from a movie from this time. Yeah, I really liked it. It's got a lot of cool imagery, a lot of interesting stuff they're doing with the camera. and the shadows that they're using and the lighting. They're using like a lot of images to like juxtapose like metaphors as well. She has like a statue of this king from her home country in her apartment, and the guy like sort of picks it up, toys with it, and goes, "Man, whatever. What is this? I don't know." And it's like alluded to a lot throughout the movie. There's one shot where the sword turns into a key, and she has to open the cage of the jaguar with the key. But it's just got a lot of like stuff about like where we come from, how we talk about assimilation and ethnicity and belonging. If you've not watched that movie, I would really recommend it. It was fucking terrifying as well. So yeah, great one.
It's on my watch list.
Yeah.
Need to get around to it.
Faux show.
I watched it years ago, and I don't remember much about it, but I remember she's walking like under an underpass, and that scene was really creepy.
Mm-hmm.
And she like starts running, and then there's a scene in a swimming pool.
Yeah, so this is like about the woman who the guy actually really likes, and she thinks that she's being followed by Irina, the foreign woman, and you just get all this like creepy stuff going around with like, well, she's following her, but she's like a jaguar or she's a cat or something, and they don't know if she's like, I know it sounds crazy, but I think she's a jaguar. And everyone's like, oh, yeah, maybe she, and then yeah, just like does all these really weird stuff with it, about like shape shifting or like shapeshifters, and sort of harkening back to sort of like old and timey stuff, like back in the day with like folklore and stuff like that. I found it all very interesting. But yeah, I love that one. Cat people.
The one I did was I walked with a zombie.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like, it's like a very, very early zombie movie before they've kind of figured out sort of the tropes of that sort of genre.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of like what we expect a zombie is like walking around biting people and stuff, it's kind of like all voodoo based, where they've like reanimated corpses to kind of be like servants to walk around and do stuff.
Yeah.
And that sort of stuff was kind of interesting, but most of the film's literally just like a adaptation of Jane Eyre.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, it's literally just the Jane Eyre story. The guy who directed it like wanted to make Jane Eyre, and I think couldn't for some reason, so he was like, fuck it.
Movie.
This is Jane Eyre mixed with something else.
Okay.
And yeah, it's just kind of inconsistent tonally. Can't decide whether it wants to be like a period, like romance drama, or some like weird cult horror.
Yeah.
Like, I think both of them like work fairly well, but didn't really come together.
I think you find a lot of imagery about like servitude, slavery, and servants through zombie movies. With, or like especially in like even more recent ones, it's like how we've adapted society to really value people who don't talk back and just work as drones, like in Shaun of the Dead, stuff like that. Yeah,
I'd recommend it though.
Okay.
I didn't super connect to it, but I don't know, I feel like you guys might like it.
Yeah.
Nice. I'll check it out.
What was your one?
I didn't watch a 40s one.
Oh yeah.
What was the Cinemonster one? Because I watched Terrifier 2 for that.
Oh, okay.
Shit.
It was shit.
Don't recommend it.
All right.
Fucking horrible film.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's really up my street.
No, and it's oh my god, it's so shocking. It's not really. It's like because it's so over the top and so gory, you just get desensitized to it, and yeah, fuck it, don't bother. Rubbish.
I'm gonna
I didn't like the first one, to be honest.
Yeah, scribble out my next recommendation.
Terrifier trilogy.
Terrifier trill. Okay, one film from a black director with a black lead. Who wants to go first?
Again, I didn't
do that one
for that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I did Tales from the Hood, directed by Rusty Candia.
Okay.
So
wait, what?
Rusty Candia?
Yeah,
Rusty Canyon.
Rusty Candia.
Is it Rusty?
Or Rust Candia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Rusty Candia.
Rusty?
Rusty Candia.
Rusty.
Yeah, that's his first name.
Fair play.
All right.
It was the black lead. It's like an anthology movie.
Oh, okay.
So like the guy is like in the wraparound as Clarence Williams III.
That's a sick name.
Yeah. But it's like pretty much an all black cast. It's like executive produced by Spike Lee.
Okay.
I don't think I even finished it, to be honest. I did not find it that interesting. It was like, I think my issue with it was like trying to tackle really like prevalent, like important themes like police brutality and like mistreatment of like black youth in the education system and stuff. But at the same time, it was like a really cheesy, over the top horror movie. It just did not work for me at all.
Oh well, what can you do, eh?
Tonally at odds with itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not recommend then.
Nah.
Shame.
Got 2 sequels though, so people like it.
Must be doing something, right?
Yeah.
Well, I watched a little movie. You might have heard, but probably not. Black Devil Doll from Hell. This was officially the first one I watched for Hooptober. So I guess it's been like 2 months since I watched this now.
Yeah.
This is from black director Chester Novel Turner, featuring black lead Shirley L. Jones as Helen Black.
What is going on with these names in these films, man?
It's about a woman who buys herself a doll at a shop, and the doll is possessed by an evil spirit. And you know, look, I wanted to have a good time here. I'm just gonna preface this. I don't think that I set out to have a bad time. When I picked Black Devil Doll from Hell, I thought, haha, funny name, funny poster. I want the laughs. So it's on YouTube if you want to watch it. It's like this weird, shitty B movie. So like for the first 15 minutes, I'm like, haha, this is funny. It's shot like shit. It looks like shit. It sounds like shit. This is so up my street. It's the music is crazy. You got to watch the first 10, 15 minutes of this. It's so good. Anyway, then it turns into a rape movie, and I didn't like it anymore because she got raped by a doll. And then that's most of the movie. And then it's like, well, actually, maybe she liked it a bit. How about that? Think about that. I'm like, I don't want to think about that. Actually, I don't like it. Don't like that at all. It like looks for the first 10 minutes. I'm like, damn, man, this is so charming and DIY. Rest of it is like horrible and exploitative. It's anti-feminist. It's anti-human. Anti-doll.
Anti-human.
Just don't, the music's good though. Just listen to the music, you'll be alright.
Yeah.
But and it's boring. It's really, really boring. So once you understand what it's doing, you're like, oh, okay. So it's like, it's making me feel bad, and also it's really boring. So yeah, great. Not a good one. I wouldn't watch it again. But if you're gonna watch at least some of it, watch that first. Nah, fuck it. 5 minutes.
Yeah. Red Letter Media chose it as one of their like Halloween films for Best of the Worst this year. So I have heard the theme music, and it did make me laugh. It's like 8-bit drum loop on GarageBand or something. Yeah. It's pretty cool. Cool. One film from a Mexican or Central American director. Go.
Oh yeah, I did Santa Sangre by Alejandro Jodorowsky.
Hey,
big fan of
the boy
Jodorowsky.
We love him.
Holy Mountain's one of the best movies ever made.
Holy shit.
Santa Sangre was pretty fucking awesome.
Okay.
Is about as weird as you'd expect from him. It's absolutely mental. The first half of the movie is like insanely abstract. It's like kind of all about like circus people doing crazy shit. There's like a scene with an elephant that vomits blood until it dies.
Oh.
There's another scene where there's like a pimp who feeds a group of Down syndrome men cocaine, and then they just start dancing with a group of strippers. It's just absolutely mental. And then the second half like kind of transitions into almost like a like giallo like movie, kind of a bit of a slasher sort of thing. But it's really interesting, really creepy, super crazy. Yeah, I loved it. It's definitely one of my favourite ones I watched for the first time.
Okay.
This year.
Sick. Yeah, I gotta watch more Jodorowsky, to be honest. It's a real blind spot for me. I think I've only watched The Holy Mountain.
Holy Mountain's still the best of what I've seen from him, but
it's hard to top.
Does some crazy stuff.
Yeah. My one was from the Guatemalan director called Jairo Bustamante. Is that his name? Yeah. He did this movie from 2019 called La Llorona. It's sort of... Ooh, this is like... You seen The Act of Killing?
No, but I know of it.
So So there's it's a documentary about this film crew who goes into I forget which country it is, but just like Cambodia, interviews a bunch of these former dictators and sees if they have any sort of remorse for the genocide that they committed. So this is all about this guy who was accused of a genocide of the Mayan people. So they have to. He was like a president. He wasn't that a president. He was the military general. Gets all these accusations against him. He's got to go into sequestered hiding with his family. And it's a sort of movie about like this ghost that's sort of haunting them, or it might be like an entity that's to do with the Mayan people. But I found a lot of it, past the fact that it was like a ghost story mainly, it was more to do with the idea of accountability and of genocide. And I think maybe it's because of how what we're seeing at the moment, it hit quite a bit. But I don't think overall it was like a super solid movie, just because I think it lent too much into trying to be like a spooky ghost story where it really didn't have too much of a leg to stand on in that regard. But what I was getting more from it was just the commentary on the idea of murder and of genocide and of who we decide is okay to kill, who we decide is okay to permit to kill other people, and how we reckon with genocide and the killing of so many people. Again, maybe it's just sort of what we're seeing in the news at the moment. But yeah, and I don't necessarily think that the movie was trying to get you to think about that sort of thing, but it did get me to think about it, ultimately. I found that with some of the sort of Italian movies that we watched last year for Hooptober, where it was sort of getting me to think more about like how we depict violence on screen. Not necessarily because those movies were good, just because they were hyper violent. So I think it's a good movie for that. I would even recommend it. It's like solid 6 out of 10 territory. But yeah, I had a good time with it. Cool. One Canadian film.
I didn't do it.
I didn't do it. No.
Yeah, I was meant to do Cinemonster, but
in that case, fuck it. I did Fido. This I also did Cinemonster. I'll save Cinemonster because that was one of the last ones I watched. Canadian film I watched was Fido. It's also a zombie movie. But it's like, the end of Shaun of the Dead where they're all like packing groceries and shit like that. It was like, what if that little bit was a whole movie? And it's got this weirdly stacked cast. It's got like Billy Connolly as this zombie who's like adopted as a servant slave type by this suburban family living in sort of suburban utopia. It's got like Carrie-Anne Moss in it, guy from Happiness. And it's really, really bad. Just based the concept is whatever. It's funny at the end of Shaun of the Dead because they do so little with it. But this is like, what if that was like 90 minutes long or something? I just don't think it really lends itself to a feature length idea, because so many of these zombie movies beat you over the head with that sort of messaging anyway. So I don't understand like literally playing into that. Just didn't care for it really. There's this guy, he's so rude the whole time, like this dad, and I don't know why he's married to Carrie-Anne Moss, but he's just like, he's so like mean and cruel, and he's lame as well. He's really lame. He loves playing lame people, that guy. Dylan something, I think. He's a really great actor, but there was a point where like they were like trying to dance with each other, and she was like, "Bill, you haven't danced with me since our wedding night. What's that about?" He's like, I don't wanna dance with you anymore, or something. And he was like, maybe I don't know what I want. It's like, why fuck are you with this goddamn wet wipe? All right, I'm sick. This is a problem. This is why I'm talking about this so much. Because I don't care about the movie all that much, but this is a problem I have with a lot of movies where it's like, you want to try to convince me this fucking mook, it gets a woman like Carrie-Anne Moss to marry him. That's insane. Because this guy is nothing but a terrible person. On top of that, he's a freak. So what the fuck does she see in him? I don't know. I don't like it. I'm sick of movies doing it. Stop acting like I'm a fool. I'm not an idiot.
Okay.
Well said.
And the kid was bad. He was a bad actor. Okay, 1. The animals are pissed at us. I don't like the way this is phrased. Don't like it. animal movie, one about animals being rude. Do you watch it?
Yeah, did you?
Yeah, I did The Birds.
You watched The Birds?
So I've never seen The Birds.
Hitchcock.
It was actually terrifying.
Yeah, it's fucked.
I didn't think a film from the 60s about killer birds would be as scary as it was, and it was terrifying.
Yeah.
I hated it. I loved the film.
Yeah.
But I don't like birds anyways.
No, scary.
No, I know.
And some of those scenes where like she's trapped in the like the phone box, horrible. When they're in like the house of the mum of the guy she's after, and they start coming down the chimney. I was like, Jesus Christ, get me out of this house. It's quite violent as well.
Yeah, I
know. Like the ending when she goes up to the attic because she like hears a noise, and she walks in and it's like birds have got in through the roof. She's like, oh my God, and she tries to leave, but the birds like swarm her and start like pecking at her face and her legs and stuff. And yeah, no, it's kind of rough.
Yeah, and there's that scene where they find someone who's had their eyes pecked out. That's fucked.
Yeah, but yeah, no, it's classic like Hitchcock sort of horror film where sort of the first 40 to 50 minutes is just like a sort of drama, I guess.
Yeah,
and then like the bad shit starts to happen. The birds finally attack. The whole town goes into meltdown. The rest of the United States cuts the town off because they're like, we don't want these birds coming here. Yeah, it was good.
How do you cut a town off from birds?
Well, that's what I was thinking, but there's like because they've got like radio reports coming in, and they do find a reason. I can't remember what it is now, but they was like, we've done this so that the birds can't get out, and we're not sending help in for the time being until we know the scale of the situation. But yeah, I mean, just a lot of good like Hitchcock set pieces where it's like very tense, and like when they're at the school.
Schools, that part fucks me up the whole time. Yeah.
And she's like sort of sat on the bench, and you just see all these crows just coming on the climbing frame, and she sees, and she's like, oh shit. She goes into the school and she's like, we need to get everyone out now.
When I got attacked by crows, that's the first thing I thought of.
Yeah.
And then I wrote a song about it, and I was trying to like write like a little intro for the song, and I thought, oh shit, I just look up the song that those kids were singing, and that's a creepy song. So I was trying to write it around that. Yeah. It was really weird. Yeah. Such a good movie.
Yeah. Yeah, really good. Yeah, one of the better ones I watched.
One of the best Hitchcocks.
Yeah, that's one of my favourites.
He made a couple of good ones.
I watched Black Sheep. It's a New Zealand movie about zombie sheep.
Wee!
Nice.
I feel like that just kind of sums up the whole movie.
All right, moving on.
If you can just kind of guess what it's going to be from hearing New Zealand movie about zombie sheep. Sure. Very silly. Quite similar to like some of Peter Jackson's like old horror movies, like Brain Dead or Dead Alive, whatever it's called. Very over the top and silly and comedic. I felt like as much as I enjoyed it, it did kind of start to get a bit boring after a while, because it was literally just that for like an hour 40 or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fun.
Nice.
So I feel like it would have been funnier watching it with people, maybe with some drinks or something.
Yeah.
Felt more like that kind of movie than watching it on my own in the middle of the afternoon.
I felt like that about so many of the films I watched. I was like, I wish I was watching this with other people with like a couple of beers, because it's like actually quite painful having to sit here and watch this sober by myself.
Yeah. Some of them I thought, I'm glad to have watched this alone, but probably the vast majority are always improved by having other people around you. My one was this 2015 movie called The Pack. This is about like a family who own a farm, and then the people come to the farm and they're like, you got to give up the farm because you can't make the payment. And they're like, I'm not going to do that, you suck. And then also there are wolves around. They're like a pack of rabid dogs. The movie starts and it's like, guess what? There are rabid dogs out there, and they're in packs around the world. They're around the world, and I'm like, yeah, probably. And then they're like, this is the movie about one of those. I'm like, okay, I don't know why you needed to say that. You could have just had just started your movie about rabid dogs, and I think that would have been fine. I don't really need the preamble about how there are definitely packs of wild dogs out there These dogs they're killing their sheep, and then they can't make the payments for the farm, and then they just like get attacked by dogs. Whatever. It's a movie that had a lot of potential. I feel the filmmaking is good, but the writing is bad. There's a lot going on with the camera. It's quite nice. I like it when they're like trapped in this house and the dogs are running around the house trying to get them. It's quite creepy in that way. You're like, oh shit, I hope these dogs don't get this family. But the problem is that's like literally where it ends. It's like, well, yeah, I guess there were dogs and the dogs were trying to kill them. But maybe it was because I was reading a book last month called Wolfish by Erica Berry, and that is all about her experience with trying to find out more about wolves and like the persecution of wolves. So I got very into wolves, I suppose, while I was reading that book, and just the idea of like prosecuting animals for being animals. So I think it was frustrating to watch the pack and see that they didn't really do anything. They didn't try to juxtapose like ideas of this family being pushed off of their land with these wild dogs who were trying to reclaim land, which maybe they were, maybe they weren't. There was something to do with territory in there. That's just what I was thinking. I was like, there's something here, but that you're not getting it. When you're making this movie, you don't care about what you're trying to say. You just want to like attack a family with some dogs. Yeah, it just squanders a lot of its potential, I feel, where they could have been like so much more to it, and I felt very disappointed by the end.
Yeah.
Maybe in the hands of a different director, it could have been handled better, but I just thought they missed the mark on this one, I'm afraid. Sorry about that. Oh well, maybe one day.
The Pack 2.
The Pack 2, this time it means something. Yeah, could be. Cool. One film with dreams or a dream as part of the plot.
I think I watched something for this. You'll have to bear with me.
That's all right.
I'll try and figure it out.
Yeah, I watched Perfect Blue.
Oh shit, yeah.
Anime movie. Got a re-release in the cinema recently, so I kind of watched it. I was like, yeah, fuck it. Let's just change what I had picked to do.
Yeah.
And put that in there retroactively.
It's a good one. For the cinema, I saw that in the cinema as well. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's an incredible movie, like terrifying, like psychological horror, like really, really creepy, really tense. Just a weird ass movie. You could tell it was a huge influence on Aronofsky for Black Swan. But
yeah.
I actually think I prefer Perfect Blue.
Yeah, maybe.
Didn't he get like sued by the filmmakers of that because they were like, you've literally just copied our film?
Yeah, he did.
But Black Swan's still great.
Yeah, Black Swan is still a masterpiece.
I've not seen Perfect Blue, to be fair, so
I would recommend it. I know you're not a big animated movie fan.
Do you like animated movies?
I'm not a weeb.
No, be a weeb.
No,
some of them are good.
I do need to get into it. It's just, Is
that like with anime or just like animated movies?
Yeah, animated movies in general, I just struggle with.
I think Perfect Blue is a good one to start with because it is like obviously an adult movie. There's a lot of nudity and gore in it.
I've got a few like that. It's like that, Akira. There was another one as well.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'll get animated movies out there eventually. Man. Broaden your horizons.
I watched Flow.
Flow's good. Flow's great.
Yeah, Flow was good. Not a horror film.
No.
Like horrible for that cat.
Yes, scary moments in Flow. Yeah. Should we talk about Flow?
I've not seen it.
It's great. It's so good. Cool. Yeah, Perfect Blue. I also saw that in the cinema. There was a smudge on the screen. Somebody like thrown coffee on it. Really pissed me off. But it's beautiful. It's lovely looking movie. Very freaky, very strange vibes to it. Yeah. A lot of again, more stuff to do with like feminism and how certain people are treated within like film and television and all that. I'm not a real thing at the moment about how I think that everybody who works in film and television is a cunt. I don't think any of them are good people. I'll watch their movies, but I don't ever want to meet any of them.
Yeah,
I think they're just probably all terrible people.
Yeah, that's fair. That is fair.
It's better to just distance yourself from them.
I watched Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors.
I rewatched that a couple of days ago on crystal clear 4K.
Sick.
Well, I hate to break it to you, I thought it was shit.
What?
Yeah, we reviewed it on the podcast ages ago, and I was the only one that liked it. I enjoy it.
I don't remember what I thought about it, to be honest.
You didn't like it.
No.
I thought it would be funnier. They don't go far enough, in my opinion.
No, I think that's kind of the point where they're still figuring out what they want to do with the franchise. The fourth one goes a lot heavier into the comedy.
Oh, that's good. It started really cool with it's like the first guy that dies, where he's like, they take out all of his veins and he's like moving him like a puppet.
Yeah,
that was sick. I was like, fuck yeah, get me on board with this. But then after that, it just got progressively more boring. They just kept sort of, no one would believe them apart from Heather Langenkamp and the guy from Body Double. And were they an item? Because
what, in the film?
Yeah.
No.
It's not really touched upon, but like, it seems like they're living together at one point. And I was like, where's that come from? That was the other thing. So I've only ever seen the first Nightmare on Elm Street film and now this one. But in the first one, it's like when the kids die, like there's actual like blood and stuff that's like left behind. So when Johnny Depp dies in that film, you know, he goes through like the tunnel of blood in the roof.
One of the best shots in any movie ever.
Yeah, and the police walk in, they're like, the fuck has even happened here?
Yeah.
Why don't they do that in this one? It's just like they die of natural causes, but like they die in the dream world in like fantastical ways.
Yeah, I think that's an issue with all the sequels from the third one onwards.
Yeah.
They die in like these really creative ways, and then like you never see their body or anything.
No,
They're
exactly.
just dead.
Yeah, but yeah, not great. Wouldn't recommend unless you're a big fan of that series.
Which I am.
Yeah, I don't know. I've already seen it, I suppose. Maybe one day I'll revisit it. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's fun. Welcome to Prime Time, bitch, is an iconic
That was
line.
good. Yeah, actually,
You
that
gotta
was
remember
good.
that one. That's a great line. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the great lines of any movie.
Got some big actors in it as well. Lawrence Fishburne is in it.
Patricia Arquette.
Patricia Arquette's in it. The guy from Body Double.
Yeah. It was also co-written by Frank Darabont.
I saw that, yeah, and Angelo Badalamenti does the music.
Yeah.
What?
It's stacked.
What the fuck?
The music's just not very interesting though, which was a shame.
Not the best. Except for that Dream Warriors song at the end. That goes off.
Dream Warriors. Good stuff. Love it. Or maybe not. I guess not. I watched a documentary called The Nightmare, and this was from 2015. This guy goes around interviewing people in different countries who have had sleep paralysis. Know about sleep paralysis?
Yeah, I've seen it.
You ever had sleep paralysis?
Yeah,
nah.
I get it quite a lot.
Do you?
Yeah, it's not nice.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
For some reason, it doesn't surprise me. It's good. It's a pretty good movie. I thought the presentation was a bit lacking. I didn't really like the editing all that much, but what I wanted more of was just like him sitting down and listening to people tell stories about how they had sleep paralysis and what they saw in the sleep paralysis and how they live with it. Because this is all like recurring stuff of these people. It's a horrible thing. It feels horrible. I would hate to have this on like a regular basis. The problem I had with it though was like what let it down. I think was just that like sort of poor editing and the fact that they felt like they had to recreate the dreams of these people in post. So they're like going into the CGI machine, or they're getting other people. They're getting the actors out. They go and they recreate this guy's dream about the Hat Man. The Hat Man's coming for him. Recreate this dream about this guy who woke up and then there were aliens made of static that came in and started tickling him as a baby. Ooh, it's freaky when they're talking about it. Yeah. But as soon as you see it and they visualize it, I'm like, well, I think it was just more investing when you just told me about it. It was sort of like sitting around a campfire being told scary stories. It was at once, sort of tense and interesting and also like quite sad. I felt quite bad for these people. I would recommend it, to be honest. It is a good movie. I just think they sort of dropped the ball in terms of the technical stuff. Or I think they could have done a bit more and done a bit less in certain areas. Cool. One former Soviet state film. More just for the pile. Just fucking... Yeah, I don't know. Soviet state? That's a category. Yeah. Do that. I don't know.
I watched one called Sputnik. It's a Russian movie.
Yeah.
But I literally remember absolutely nothing about it.
Cool.
I completely forgot I watched it, and then a couple of days later, I was like, I didn't even log that on Letterboxd, and I was like, what the fuck happened in that movie?
Right over your head.
No memory of it whatsoever.
No.
I think I just completely disassociated when it was on.
That's a no recommend.
I watched a film called Via.
Via?
Via.
Oh yeah,
Via.
yeah.
Crazy, insane film.
Is it?
Yeah, it was mental.
Oh, I was going to watch that.
It's so basically, I'll set it up. I don't want to spoil too much because it is insane. But basically, it's set in 1800s sort of Soviet Union, and these group of monks have finished monk school, and they're sent off into the world to spread the word, and they don't really. And 3 of them that we follow just get really, really hammered. On vodka, end up in this old woman's barn, and they're we're gonna steal all her shit, and then turns out she's a witch who they accidentally end up killing, and then she transforms into this really attractive young woman as she dies, who is also the king's daughter.
Ah, shit. And I hate it when that happens.
Yeah, and on her deathbed she calls for this one monk in particular, and he has to then go and it must be the way they deal with the dead at that time. But you have to pray in a room with the coffin, just the monk, for 5 nights, and it just you just see him progressively get more and more stressed out each night, and he just keeps getting hammered. He draws a circle of holiness, and the witch can't get into that part. But yeah,
classic.
Mate, the last 15 minutes are the most insane shit I've ever seen ever.
All right,
so that's kind of dope.
I'd highly recommend the last 15 minutes. The rest of it, you can either take it or leave it.
Okay. Oh,
it's funny. If I was watching it with you guys, it would be hilarious.
Yeah.
But when I was watching it on my own, I was the novelty's kind of wearing off. But then the last 15 minutes happened, and I was I'm back in, baby.
It's fairly short, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 70 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
It sort of reminds me of a movie I watched recently. It was an animated movie called The Belladonna of Sadness. Don't know if you've seen it. But yeah, that's sort of sad and interesting about murdering women, I suppose, or taking advantage of women. Okay. Well, okay. Fuck me. I don't look. Okay, so I watched this movie from Georgia. It's called Landmine Goes Click, and it's by far the worst movie I've ever watched in my entire life. I don't want to talk too much about it because it makes me feel horrible, and after I watched it, I thought about it too much for a few days afterwards, and it made me feel really bad. This is one of the most exploitative movies I've ever seen in my life. Just briefly, I'll go over it. So this is this couple that takes a trip on their honeymoon, and they take a trip with their guy best friend for some fucking reason, and then it turns out that the guy who's going to be married has laid a trap for the guy best friend, because the guy best friend has slept with his fiance. So he sets a trap for him, and he's stood on this landmine, and he can't move. And the guy's like, haha, got ya. That's for sleeping with my girlfriend. And then he fucks off with the Sherpa, and the girl's like, oh, what the hell, man? Why did you do that? This is terrible. And they're all freaking out. They're all getting way too close to this guy with the landmine, by the way. But if somebody steps on a landmine, you wouldn't walk up to them and be like, I'm sorry this is happening to you. Anyway, it all goes sideways, and then this guy comes out. It just turns into, first of all, the acting's terrible, the writing's terrible, everything about this movie is fucking terrible. When it starts off, it's fucking bad, and then it turns into a rape movie. So it turns into a rape movie, and then it also turns into even more just violence upon violence, where I feel like they sort of watched Funny Games and took all the wrong lessons from it. And yeah, I don't want to talk about this. I think it's fucking terrible. Don't ever watch this. If there was a movie that I would not recommend more than this, it's not. This is it. Don't watch this movie. It's too poorly executed to take seriously. It's also too grotesque to have any fun with. So I hope this guy never makes a movie again. And I think everybody who made this movie should be fucking ashamed of themselves. It's a horrible, mean-spirited movie. It's a terrible movie. It hates women. It hates everyone who's here. I just don't. I think it's Like, I'm so sick of fucking watching women get tortured in movies. I'm so fucking sick of it. And after I watched this, I told you guys, if I see another rape scene in a movie, I'm actually going to have to turn it off. I'm going to have to stop doing this. This is just disgusting. It's just so horrible. Sterling Knight is in this. He's like one of the main guys. He's the main character. Remember Sterling Knight? He was in that Disney show, Sunny with a Chance.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What's he doing now? Nothing. Because he was in this pile of shit. Fucking terrible piece of shit. Okay, sorry.
Maybe Sunny with a Chance needs to come back.
No.
Was he in the spin-off show?
I don't know. He was probably
So
busy
random
doing
or whatever
Landmine
it's
Goes
called.
Click. Anyway, that's the worst movie I've ever seen in my life. That's the thing about Hooptober, because you can see some of the worst shit in your life. You can see some of the best shit in your life. It just depends on what you pick. Sadly, I picked that one. You know how many? I didn't even have to be Georgia. You know how many Soviet state movies I could watch? That's insane. Okay, one film from 1932.
Mine was Freaks.
Freaks, yeah.
It's Freaks
Right.
as well.
One was White Zombie. It's this movie. I think it's the movie that's supposed to be the first use of like calling their antagonists zombies. I don't really remember what it was about, but I think it was to do with like voodoo and stuff like that. There's a lot of like cool stuff. Bela Lugosi's in it. He's doing like a really good job as like this antagonist force. He's got his trademark Hungarian accent, so whenever he's on screen, it's mostly a good time. It's got some cool editing. It's got a lot of like split diopter shots and diagonal split screens and stuff like that. One thing I sort of took umbrage with was the use of like a bird in the movie, where I felt like every time they showed the bird, it was sort of to attack someone or like as a force for attack. And you could see the bird was just on a string, and you could see there was shots of this bird outside of a window, but they had it on a string. It was a live bird or whatever. It was just like a falcon or something. They just just jumped it up and down, just yanked it on this string. I'm like, what the fuck is this? What's going on here? Are you just abusing this bird? It really took me out of the movie.
There were no abuse rules back then.
Yeah, no. And I think it was like supposed to be a vulture or something, but they didn't use the noise of a vulture. They just like got some cunt to scream into a microphone.
Hell yeah.
It was so obvious. Yeah, thought it was fine, but again, I've sort of forgotten about it as well. The zombies are not, if I remember correctly, the zombies are a bit inconsequential. They're just sort of there, sort of to do with like the voodoo stuff. But yeah, it's
it's kind of the same with I Walked with a Zombie, to be fair.
Yeah, some use of blackface, if that appeals.
Shit, I've
didn't
got to
really
watch
like
it now.
But yeah, there we go. I got a fact from this movie, from White Zombie. It said that Bela Lugosi pronounced here a few words in flawless French. Curiously enough, without a trace of his Hungarian accent, but sounding instead like a true French native. It is unclear whether Bela was fluent in the language. Nobody asked him.
No.
Nobody cared. So that's great. Cool. Okay. One Ernesto Gastaldi written film. It was like an Italian writer back in the day.
God, I don't know if I did one.
You don't know?
I don't know. Let me have a look. What would he have written?
Just a bunch of bullshit. I don't think you watched one.
No, I
I
did.
think Chris and I watched
He
one.
doesn't look like
I did
it.
All the Colours of the Dark,
Yes, yeah.
which I don't remember at all. It was
No.
just a really generic giallo movie.
Mm-hmm. I watched The Whip and the Body. They had a Christopher Lee in,
Nice.
but it's just a lot of bullshit, really. It's just a lot of like people getting scared and wandering around a mansion.
Yeah, that's kind of what All the Colours of the Dark were.
Yeah. They just sort of milled around. They weren't really doing all that much.
Yeah.
God, back in the day must have been awesome. But yeah.
I think All the Colours of the Dark was just some woman keeps having these fucked up nightmares, and she's like, these nightmares feel real. Like, I think there's something wrong. And her husband's just like, nah, you're crazy.
Mhm.
It's all fine. And then she just keeps having these really weird, abstract, surrealist dreams.
Yeah. Good writing? Bad writing? I don't remember the writing.
No, I don't remember.
So I was going to watch All the Colours of the Dark, but then you said it was bad, so I changed it to The Whip and the Body. It's just like, it's still not good. It's still not really anything. She loves Christopher Lee because she's into BDSM, and then he dies, and then he haunts her. It's not that good. One silent film. Boom.
I didn't watch mine. I was going to do the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, but
Boom.
didn't do it.
I did Nosferatu.
Can't you say Nosferatu too?
Yeah, true. I did see that in October
we
in
saw it in the cinema.
Yeah, fuck it. That's mine now.
The
Cool.
Radiohead, Kid A, and Amnesiac albums playing over it,
Yeah.
and some weird special effects added in.
Really jarring special effects.
Yeah.
So doing my head in.
Yeah, some of them I thought were okay, but I think most of the time you didn't really need them.
No, you didn't need them at
There were
all.
all these like colourful flashes and stuff. You could have just taken all of those out.
Yeah,
They were annoying me.
they were really annoying me.
I like the idea of this as like a concept, like watching old movies with like a soundtrack over them that's sort of more modern.
Yeah.
Of course, we're all big Radiohead fans.
Yeah.
And we're all Zionists, just like them.
No.
But yeah, I think it doesn't replace, I'm speaking from my own experience, I don't think it replaces the movie entirely, but I enjoyed the experience as like a sort of fun thing to do.
Yeah.
I think I've only watched this movie twice, and I did it with this music both times.
What the fuck?
But I liked it. I thought it fit really well with it.
Yeah, it does fit well. It was an interesting experience. I think I enjoyed it. I don't know if I'd necessarily ever do it again.
Yeah, I don't know if I would, to be fair.
No.
But I am intrigued to sort of do this same sort of thing with other movies.
Yeah.
Wizard of Oz, Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah. Paul Blart Mall Cop 2, Dark Side of the Moon.
Should we set it up so we get like half of a screen each? With one left ear playing Dark Side of the Moon in full, and then the other in reverse.
I really liked that the guy who introduced it.
Oh, he was like a Tim Robinson character.
Yeah.
He was great.
It was literally like a comedy sketch, but this guy was like being completely serious.
So when you go out there and you get yourself a t-shirt. You get yourself a t-shirt for my movie that I made. It's like, you didn't make this.
Yeah. And he was like, go tell your cinema manager that you want more of these movies.
Yeah. Silence. Something.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Silence something.
Soundtrack Silent or something? I don't know.
Soundtrack of Silence.
Yeah. But he's only done 2 though, hasn't he? He's done that Nosferatu one and a Buster Keaton with R.E.M.
This is how cinema's going to be now.
Apparently so.
This is what's new. This is what's hot. We're going to get more. Yeah,
Nosferatu is an incredible movie.
Yeah, it's great.
It's like, although I've only seen it twice, I would put it up there as one of my favourite horror movies. Just insane vibes. And I'm not the biggest fan of silent films either.
No, it's got to hit something specific, I think. I really like Nosferatu. Grew maybe a deeper appreciation to sort of what the visuals were doing this time around. To say nothing of the added effects. But I thought the guy is creepy. The fucking dude, Nosferatu, he's creepy.
Max
Shrek, yeah. He's great. I like a lot of his mannerisms. He's got a great name. Also, I don't think anyone's done it better than him, personally.
You guys seen Shadow of the Vampire film that's like all about making it?
No.
Like John Malkovich plays the director and Willem Dafoe plays Max Shrek. And in that movie, like, they basically like, Max Shrek, the actor, was actually a vampire. It's a crazy movie.
I need to watch that.
Oh, okay.
It's really good because it like part of it is like a really fun like biopic, and then it just turns into a horror movie, and it's just insane.
Yeah. Oh, awesome. Cool. Big up Max. Thank you, Max. I watched The Golem: How He Came into the World from 1920. I think there's like 2 iterations of this. You can only watch this one. I think, obviously, always on my list. I knew it from The Simpsons when they parodied it.
I was going to say, is it like The Simpsons parody?
It's like that.
Nice.
In a way, and in some ways, it's not. It's not as funny. I think it's about like trying to save this culture of Jewish people in the town. So this guy, he builds the golem, and he puts a little star on his chest, Star of David, and then he can get him to do things for the community and pick up groceries and stuff like that. It's quite interesting, I think.
Yeah. So he doesn't beat up any bullies.
No, but then there's also this aspect of like the golem is accruing a sense of self as the movie goes along, and the creator's like, I just take your star out, man. I'll take your star out of you. You're dead. You're gone. And it's like this fight for survival a little bit. I think this is one of the best silent movies I've ever seen. This is what movie making is all about. When this came out, shit would have blown your mind. There's I'm sure they just got like a really big guy, but he looks like awesome. In this, all the cinematography and all the settings and the sets are fantastic. I believe it was German, Der Golem, I think. And I think it's going from that like sort of German expressionist movement back in the day, where all they were about was just like pure vibes. I'm pretty sure Caligari was that as well. Yeah. You get all these like big sets and these towering things. There's just it's obviously not anything you've not seen before because it's from so early on. I think that a lot of movies have done what this has done and done it better since, but appreciating it within the time that it was made, I think this is absolutely incredible. And there are just like so many interesting elements and images from the screen. There's a part in the end, I don't care about spoiling this movie, it's a million years old. It's over 100 years old. You should have seen it already. I didn't, but whatever. Where like he's trying to escape from this town, and then he picks up this child outside of town, and it's like this really sweet moment, and then the child takes the star out of him. I was like, oh man, that was crazy. This is crazy stuff. Yeah, it's such a unique idea, and the execution was really unlike anything I'd seen before. So I really highly recommend this. Nice. It's not particularly scary, but it's good from like a filmmaking perspective and to put yourself in the minds of the people who made it and the people who probably would have watched it for the first time and thought, wow, that was incredible. I really thought it was great.
Oh, to be fair, so I'll add it to my list.
It's on YouTube, easy to watch. Okay, now we get into the ones where we're doing the couple. 2 post-apocalyptic movies.
One of mine I did was The Last Man on Earth.
Hey.
Which, boring.
Oh, what is it?
It's
boring.
The original version of I Am Legend.
Okay.
So it's got Vincent Price in it instead of Will Smith.
Is it based on the book then?
Yeah, based on the book. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the writer of the book wrote the screenplay.
Okay.
But yeah, I just did not care. I found that so dull.
Is it just not like a good book or something? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I just did not give a shit about anything that was going on. Well, Vincent Price was good, but I don't know. It just didn't interest me. It was very, very obviously low budget, which isn't always an issue if it's like charming or they use it well, but I felt like everything just looked like shit.
Weird. Fuck it. Do you have like another one you did? Because I can talk about I Am Legend because I actually watched I Am Legend.
I do have another one.
Yeah, go for it.
I need to find what it was because I can't remember.
I don't think I watched anything for this, so I'll sit this one out.
Right.
Mine was the other one's kind of technically not a post-apocalyptic movie, but I just used it anyway.
What the heck?
That film, The Platform.
I'd
say
call
it's
that post-apocalypse.
Kind of borderline.
Yeah, it's a weird one. Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed that movie. Spanish movie about people in like a massive prison or something, and sort of the higher up you are on each platform, the more food you get each day. It's all
There's
about
a big
people
levitating table that goes down.
Yeah.
It's a sick movie. I really like that movie.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
I haven't seen the second one, but I think...
Yeah, I've heard it's not very good.
Yeah, it's just one of those that doesn't need a sequel.
No, not really.
Just works on its concept alone. I enjoy it. It's like sort of the inverse sort of thing of Denis Villeneuve's short film, Next Floor.
Yeah. It reminds me a bit of Snowpiercer as well, the Bong Joon-ho movie, and how it's like kind of a little bit about class systems and stuff.
Yeah. I enjoyed that. It's a fun one. I watched I Am Legend, the Will Smith movie. Some reason I just had a hankering to watch this movie. I don't know why. The Blu-ray was 50p, so that was a goddamn bargain, if I do say so myself. Will Smith, we know him, we love him. He's he's Shark Tale, he's Men in Black, and he's also a legend. He's going around, he's the last man on Earth, and he's got a dog, and he's fighting off these zombie creatures, zombie vampire thing. I don't know if they ever really describe what they are. This was one I watched maybe towards the time that it came out, and I sort of remembered really a lot more of it than I thought. I remembered the Shrek scene, I remembered the end scene as well. So when I got the Blu-ray, it told me you can either watch the theatrical or you can watch the alternate cut, so I chose the alternate cut because I'd already seen the theatrical. The theatrical cut at the end, I feel, is very memorable. But the alternate cut is definitely far superior.
That ending is so much better.
It is better, but the movie is not good.
No.
Movie's not good. I think the trouble is that it's just, a lot of it is very meandering. You're just watching this guy like prep forever for something that's not going to happen. It's just trying to find anyone. It barely happens, and then at the end, in the last 20 minutes or so, he finds someone, and then they have to save each other.
Yeah. His dog dies.
Yeah. Just it's weird, because I sort of don't mind it, but I don't think it's doing anything special.
No, I think it's got fun moments from memory.
For sure. I think Will Smith's pretty good in it.
Yeah.
He does a good job. Dog scene, don't care for too much. Don't really, whatever. Back in the day, you're like, oh, no, if a dog dies, it's bad, man. Don't really care when the dog dies. I think it's interesting. I think that scene when they're trying to escape from the zombies, and there's this sort of bar of light that's stopping the zombies from coming towards them, or the vampires, or whatever you want to call them. And the dog's barking, and he's trying to get out of this trap, and he's fucked his leg up. He's hauling himself away, and the zombies are there with their zombie dogs. Just fucking going at this wall of light, and then as soon as the light closes, they're gonna run, and that's it. That is tense. That's a tense scene. I really like that. He's also gone a little bit insane in this movie, just slightly, because he's also a scientist who's trying to find a cure for the zombieism. So he's experimenting on these zombie rats. But I'm like, how can you be intelligent and sane enough to know what to do when you're experimenting on these zombie rats? But also, and try to radio for help. But also, he goes into a video store and he sees a mannequin and he's like, she's kind of hot. I'm pretty shy though. I don't think she noticed me. God damn it! Just talk to her, man. I don't want to talk to her. She's so hot. She's so cute. Why would she ever notice a boy like me? And then
a mannequin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
that scene is hilarious.
Fair enough.
And then after the dog dies, he goes to see her again. He's like, fuck it, what have I got to lose? He goes to talk to her. And he's like, how's it going? You all right? And he's sobbing because his dog has died. And it's a really, really weird scene.
Yeah.
But I might have liked it, actually. I thought that scene was actually all right. But it's why can you do all this stuff with the technology and they're trying to cure this disease, but this is where you just go insane? Because he's and he just starts crying. He's like, please talk to me. Please talk to me. I get it that you would think, I haven't had human interaction in so long, but I don't know if I'd go towards mannequins, really.
No.
Anyway, yeah, that was cool.
Nice.
The other post-apocalyptic movie I watched, don't have all that much to say on it, but I watched Threads, and this was the last movie I watched, I think it was actually, yeah. And then I was done. I was like, this is fucking dumb. This sucks. I think it's quite well regarded. It was one of those BBC television movies back in the day. It's about this nuclear apocalypse where just shit's going off. Russia's bombing people. Other people are bombing people. They blow up at Debenhams and then everyone's fucked. And then a lot of it is just really boring. Watching these people walk about and not do much, and they're also also we might die soon. And then the bomb happens. You're like, woo, let's go. How let's do more stuff. Let's do let's see how this pans out. Now everyone's fucked from the radiation. You see Elmo burning for half a second. They're like, not Elmo. They got Elmo. No one's safe. And then the rest of the movie is just watching these people die of radiation poisoning. It's a bit like that animated movie When the Wind Blows, but just not animated, I suppose. Just didn't really enjoy it all that much, because it's okay, it's so bleak. It's so bleak. It's if nuclear apocalypse happened, we got bombed. If you're one of the people who survived, actually, you're not really one of the lucky ones, because you would have died of radiation poisoning anyway. You just watch a bunch of people die of radiation poisoning. I'm like, I know, that's what would happen. I don't want to watch this. It's so sad and bleak. I want to think about this right now.
Chernobyl.
It's like Chernobyl, but Chernobyl's good, Starts off, it's Sheffield, March. You're like, no, no.
Sheffield.
Not
Isn't that how Jodie Whittaker's Heir of Doctor Who started?
Exactly. I already have bad associations with Sheffield because of that. And now more so, because that's where it all started. That's where they bombed and the Debenhams blew up. That's why we don't have Debenhams anymore.
Because of this movie.
Because of this movie. Okay, 4 movies next based on novels. Go, Kai.
Oh, Jesus. I did Pet Sematary was one of them.
Yeah. Stephen King.
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
Very, very fun. I would highly recommend it for a good laugh.
Okay.
Because it's so like over the top and cheesy. But yeah, just a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember loads about it. I watched it almost 2 months ago now, but
yeah,
very fun.
A lot of Stephen King adaptations I don't really gel with, to be honest. I don't know if it's because it's Stephen King.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a good adaptation.
No,
but it's fun.
Okay.
It sort of walks the line of being a B movie. Yeah. I would say.
I suppose that's enough.
I had a good time with it.
Yeah.
And then I watched Misery, another Stephen King
bonus.
Yeah, I thought Misery was sick, to be fair. I've never seen it before.
It's good.
I thought Kathy Bates was terrifying. I thought James Caan did a really good job of like sort of like playing the role of like thank you so much for helping, but like secretly he's like, get me out of this fucking house.
It's good dynamic. Good acting.
I enjoyed that one a lot. I'm just trying to think what else I saw that was based on a book. I think that may have been it for based on a book.
That's all right. I know at least one more that you did, but we'll get to it.
Okay. Oh, well, that's good, isn't it? I don't even remember which fucking films I've watched.
Do you want to go? Or
yeah, I'll go. Because we've talked about 3 of them already. So
yeah,
did Nosferatu, which is technically based on Dracula, so I count that. I Walked with a Zombie and The Last Man on Earth are also based on books. But I also did another Stephen King one, The Dead Zone, David Cronenberg movie. It was a lot of fun. It's got Christopher Walken in it, just absolutely going mental, just acting his absolute arse off. He plays a guy, gets into a car crash, goes into a coma for a few years, wakes up and he suddenly has the ability to like see the future and parts of like the past and present and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like kind of not really a horror movie as much as it's kind of like almost like sci-fi, like action thriller sort of thing.
Yeah.
There's definitely creepy moments in it. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
There was a guy in the Nightmare, the documentary I watched, who said that he watched a movie with Christopher Walken and scared the shit out of him so much that he got sleep paralysis.
Do you think it was that?
No, I think I added it to my watch list, but I don't remember what it was. I've got so much on this shit. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Oh well, don't watch that one, I guess. Whatever it is.
Kangaroo Jack.
Kangaroo Jack. Was he in Kangaroo Jack?
Yeah, he's like the mob boss.
We did that for the podcast, didn't we? We did that with Nostalgia, didn't we? That was a double bill and a half. I think so. It's crazy. The long-term memory I have for like movies that we watched together for this podcast is fucking insane.
What a movie Kangaroo Jack is.
Sure. Okay, 4 novels, 4 ones. I did I Am Legend. Also did this movie from the 80s called Ghost Story. I thought this was like about like more about men like taking advantage of women. I don't know what it is about horror movies and thinking they got fucking carte blanche to just shit all over women. But I've had enough of it. I'm sick of it.
You really picked on this shit, didn't you?
I didn't mean to.
I know. It's bad luck,
I didn't mean to, because what I do is that I go, I haven't seen that, but maybe it's all right. I'll look at a rating or whatever, or like, oh, this is generally well reviewed. Put that on my list. Or maybe it seems interesting. And then it like exploits women. And that's not my fault. It was just like really too dramatic for its own good. They're like these guys who they all really like this woman, and they end up just sort of taking advantage of her in a way, and then they try to cover up how they took advantage of her or like what they did to her. And it comes back to haunt them. I just didn't think that it was all that interesting personally. It was just like quite an oddly structured movie. So it's like going from the past to the present, and looking at these old guys going like, oh man, that was bad. Now we're getting killed for it by her ghost. Just like, oh man, just there's all this because you were in a weird polycule. Very strange. Just very strange structure to it. That's what fucked me off a bit. It's just like structure. I think they needed to like tell the story from beginning to end instead of going back and forth because it was quite jarring.
Yeah,
you get some scenes that are quite good, some interesting stuff that's going on, a lot of good prosthetics on it, but mostly, yeah, I am taken out because of that strange structure to it and just the fact that, you know, just stop it, okay, stop it. I watched what year did this come out in? I watched a movie called The Haunting. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but obviously I think it was definitely it was not 1999, 1963. That was on iPlayer, so I just watched it there. It's an interesting movie. I think probably Mike Flanagan was very inspired by it.
Yeah,
when he did Hill House.
I have seen this. Yeah.
So they go up to Hill House, and at the behest of this man who's like, I think this place is haunted, but I need like a group of people to stay there with me, so that I can do these tests and see if there's a ghost there, and I'll take my findings and I'll prove that ghosts exist. It's good. This is a good movie. I enjoyed it a lot. It's like atmospheric without needing to be shocking. It's like a vibes-based movie. But it's also about this main character of Nell, who's just getting like the shit scared out of her the whole time, and all the others are like, "You gotta stop being like this, Nell, because it's kind of harshing my vibe." But it also, I think it's about like to do with sort of handling PTSD and caring for her mother who died. I don't think she was in a very good position, so that's why she went to Hill House. She was living with her sister. She's like, well, maybe I'll find something here to sort of relate to or sort of latch onto, and I think she becomes a bit too attached to the house. And I love when a movie or a piece of art, music, whatever it is about like a house and about houses, because I think there's just so much like interesting, so many interesting concepts to explore to do with like nostalgia and a sense of home and like what we call home. So as much as she like was having a really terrible time in Hill House, she also wanted to stay. I found that quite interesting, and just the ways in which they're trying to push her out. She's trying to stay, even though she's getting really scared and sad. I think, yeah, I wrote down a note that said, maybe her grasp for Hill House lay in the familiarity of death, whilst denying life outside of it. I just thought, yeah, it was a great piece. Great acting as well. Really good characters, all very distinct from one another, and I think that's what you want to see from a movie like this, where you have this group ensemble. They're all able to bounce off of each other really well. Yeah, really do recommend that one, The Haunting. The Innocents. We watched The Innocents.
Oh, is that based on a book?
That's based on a book.
Nice.
Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, I loved it. Thought it was sick. I think you recommended it to me beforehand.
I think I did, yeah. I watched it and I was like, you guys got to fucking...
Yeah, it was on my list, but I never got around to it.
Yeah, I thought it was great. It's kind of similar to The Haunting, I guess, in some respects. It's this woman, played by Deborah Kerr, has to go to like a house and look after two relatively creepy children. And the house is like haunted by like the previous nanny and like the
groundskeeper.
And yeah, it's just like,
we're in an illicit affair.
Yeah.
Potentially.
But it's like really good, and it's like a ghost story, but it's about like way more than a ghost story. And Deborah Kerr's sick.
She's amazing.
Yeah, she's great in that film. Two really good child performances as well.
They're creepy, man.
They are creepy. As soon as I saw that little boy, I was like, he needs to die. just kill him. But
I think what it does really well is that when you're watching these kids, initially they are quite creepy, but you got to understand like the circumstances under like how they're living and what they've seen.
Yeah.
Because potentially they've seen things that a child shouldn't see. I found it was trying to go for sort of a corruption of childhood innocence.
Yeah.
And the idea of trauma that is so baked into you, I wonder if it is always maybe a good idea to dredge that up, because it will probably just exacerbate things and make you feel even worse without having to do that in the first place.
Yeah, it's interesting. I like the way that it's like I said, it's like it's a ghost story, but it's about like way more.
Mm-hmm.
But like when it does need to do like a quote unquote scary scene, it doesn't go for like just jump scares. It's like a proper like slow build of tension.
The cinematography, the way the camera moves, the lighting. I loved all like the shadows and stuff like that. And
like something so like minor will happen. Like someone will just like walk past in the distance, but it's like the scariest thing you've ever seen.
Tilt the camera like to the right a bit. What's that in the distance? It was like a statue. They use statues really well in this movie.
They've got like statues, gargoyles. Yeah, they've got a whole array of stone people.
A lot of like fading different shots into one another to sort of elicit more of a hallucinogenic type of feeling to the movie.
Great title sequence as well.
So good.
Title sequence was sick.
I can see how this would have inspired more movies that came after it.
Yeah.
Like The Others, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's really... I felt quite bad for the children, even though I thought they were quite creepy at the beginning. I thought as we go along, they become very sympathetic, and I don't want anything bad to happen to them. So it goes to some really dark places, but I enjoy that. I don't want a movie that will tiptoe around children like they're so precious that nothing can happen to them, because it robs the movie of any stakes. And you can tell when a movie is like that, but this is not like that.
And it's not like explicit either.
No,
it's like not exploitative or anything. It's like very subtle when it hints at like the potential sort of like borderline abuse, I suppose, that the children have gone through. Like it doesn't show it, but you can see it.
Yeah. This one was scary too.
Yeah.
I was terrified. Just thought it was like such an incredibly well-made movie. I thought that it would be more to do with, we saw that movie The Innocents from like Norway or something.
Yeah.
It's nothing to do with that at all. But then I looked it up. Apparently there are like 7 movies called The Innocents. Maybe they're all different. I don't know. This one's the best one that I've seen. I really like this.
Future marathon.
Yeah.
All 7.
I'd quite like to get this if there was like a 4K or something, maybe. I think it's just on YouTube though.
Yeah,
you can watch that, and it's really good quality.
It's Criterion have got a Blu-ray, but I don't think it's available in the UK. I think it's America only, that one.
That's great, lovely.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got next one up is 3 cult or conspiracy horror films.
I definitely know one I did for that. It was called The Sacrament.
Sacramante.
It was directed by Ty West.
Ah, yes.
It's like it's not great, I'll be honest. It's like a found footage film where basically one of the characters' sisters has written to him from like this cult in like a unnamed island in the Caribbean. And he works for Vice, and it's like shot like a Vice documentary, but then all of a sudden it switches to like really bad found footage.
Yeah.
But it's got like a sort of indie cast, like a lot of like big indie names, like Joe Swanberg's in it.
Uh-huh.
Do you know Gene Jones?
No.
He's he plays like the cult leader. Amy Simetz is the main character's sister. So it's like, it's interesting. I kind of have like a weird like obsession with films from like the 2012 sort of period.
Okay.
Because I just think the aesthetic's funny. And it reminds me of like LCD Sound System. Don't know why. But yeah, no, it was interesting. It's about the Jonestown Massacre.
Yeah.
It's just a remake of that, but they obviously didn't want to do that because it would have caused loads of controversy. So they've like changed the title of like the cult. But yeah, it's a really horrible scene at the end, obviously, when they all start taking their medicine to ascend. That's pretty horrible to watch. I've not really got much else to say. It was pretty crap. If you want to watch like a like a funny looking found footage film from like 2012, I'd recommend it.
I've been meaning to watch it, to be fair, because I do like Ty West.
I like Ty West, yeah.
It's definitely the worst film I've seen him do, I'll be honest.
Cool.
Yeah, it's like, it comes across quite amateurish at points. Like, I've got a really big bugbear with like found footage films where it's like we can see something where it's like, well, who's holding that camera? Because all our main characters are over there. Or like, why can I hear this when that person's not mic'd up? Like, I shouldn't be able to hear that from here. So there's a lot of that shit in there. But yeah, he made like The House of the Devil before this. And I think that's like an exceptionally well-made film. Like, captures like a style and a time and a place really well. And then this is just schlock.
Speaking of House of the Devil.
Is that one of yours?
That's one of mine.
Nice.
I watched that, yeah. I thought it was okay. I thought it was fine. But a lot of it is stupid. I thought that the protagonist was an idiot.
Yeah, she is.
Young Greta Gerwig, though.
Yeah.
She's there.
She's there. I liked her a lot. Because she was really hot. And yeah, so she's like babysitting, technically, well, like house sitting for this for Tom Noonan, and who's fucking weird.
He is the creepiest man.
Guy.
Yeah. Anytime I see him in anything, he creeps me out. I don't like him in Synecdoche, New York. He creeps me out.
Yeah, he's great. But yeah, she's got to take care of, or just watch the house while they're out. Because his mother is asleep upstairs. And she's quite ill, perhaps. And she just does all the wrong stuff. She goes upstairs. You just got to stay in your lane in these types of situations. They're like, here's the number for a pizza place. Here's some money for pizza. Get yourself a pizza. That's like the only thing she should have done. But she doesn't. She runs around the house, dances, fucking smashes things about. Scares herself. She thinks the grandmother's like moving about upstairs. Probably she is. Oh, guess what? Oh, what do you know? It's also look. So the end of this movie.
Oh yeah, it's another one.
The end of this movie, she gets raped. And I didn't appreciate that because I thought that up until that point it was just fine.
Does she get raped at the end? I thought she just got sort of sacrificed.
It's like they're a Satanist cult type deal, and they're like impregnating her.
Like a Rosemary's Baby sort of thing.
And she hates it so much that she tries to kill herself, but then she can't. And it's like, I'm sick of it. Fuck this movie, actually. No, it was fine. It was just, they really soured me.
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
It for a while.
It was like an hour and 10 minutes of edging.
Yeah, basically. That's what I really like about it. It's just how slow and like... how long it takes for anything to happen.
I remember the first time I watched it and it gets that ending and it's just like, Jesus Christ, this is accelerated from like 0 to 60 in a second. And I was like genuinely like sweating because I was so like terrified.
I think maybe at that point I was just sort of
like
tired of watching all this stuff. Yeah. I'll run through a couple of the others. I watched Getaway. It was this comedy horror movie, which is just more like a worse Wicker Man or Midsummer. It was starring Nick Frost and Aisling B, who I really like on their own. They're great comedians, but it's just not a funny movie at all. They like go to this island to like take part in this festival, but none of the natives like them, and they think they're going to kill them. It's just there's like a big twist sort of towards the end, and after you get over that twist, you're like, okay, cool. And it just sort of, it turns into a different type of movie, but not one that's like more interesting to watch, just one that's different. I much prefer, Nick Frost in like the Cornetto trilogy. I much prefer Aisling B's Stand Up or like This Way Up. This one's just not it. Don't watch this one. It's not interesting. Not very good. Okay. Contratiempo. This was a Spanish movie, or you can call it The Invisible Guest. This was like conspiracy up to the max. This guy is accused of killing his ex-girlfriend, and then he gets embroiled in this weird conspiracy where this guy's gone missing, who he's hit with his car. So then the parents start going after him. They think he did it. They think she did it, the girlfriend. Then just weird shit happens. It was all very implausible. But what I will say is that it's a lot of fun. And not all of it makes sense at the end, but you are sort of left being like, wow, that was fucking nuts. It dials it up to 100. And I really love a movie like that. Especially, I think, just the fact that it was Spanish made all the drama like a hit a lot better. I just think they do very good drama. It's really investing, and all the acting is very good. And it's a really good looking movie. I would recommend it. Contra Tiempo. It's just a lot of fun, in spite of its goofiness.
Nice. I already talked about all three of mine, so I did I walked with a zombie, Dead Zone, and All the Colours of the Dark.
Yeah,
they all counted for that.
Cool. I had one more, just that it fell into this because I was looking for other movies to bolster the 31 movies list. But I watched Green Room. This was one that I'd been meaning to watch for a long time. I know we watched Blue Ruin for the podcast, which is the guy's other movie. I didn't love that movie, but I thought it was pretty good. Jeremy Saulnier, I think his name is.
Yeah.
I thought this was such a great movie.
Yeah, it's really good.
About this punk band who get sort of trapped in a green room, and the venue is run by Nazis and white supremacists. It was one of the most viscerally affecting movies that I've seen in quite a while. It's if I complained about the use of violence last year when we did this in certain movies, and the ability to show violence or understand what it means when you show violence, this nails it, because none of the violence is fun. This movie's not fun at all. I think it's fucking horrible.
The violence is like it makes me feel sick.
Yeah.
It's like so
intense. Sickening.
Yeah.
It's so sickening, but it's so good. Such a good movie for that. I think Patrick Stewart pulls out a banger. I like it when I can see him not playing like a frail old man or like somebody who's like really nice. He's just like a fucker. Just a really bad dude.
Yeah.
And I love that. I think all the tension, it's always there. It's there for the whole movie. I don't want any of these guys to die, but also they all could die.
Yeah.
And many do. Anton Yelchin as well.
Yeah,
Rest in
he's
peace.
great in it.
He's fucking good. I think somebody who's really underrated as an actor, who I tend to see in quite a lot of things, is Imogen Poots. But she's been working for a while. But I really enjoyed her in this. I also watched Brett Goldstein's movie that she did with him. So it was like a romance movie, but I thought she did very well in that as well. I always like seeing her and stuff.
Yeah.
Except maybe 28 weeks later. I just appreciated a movie that was going for what this was going for. And it didn't care about trying to make you feel at ease at any point. It didn't, and it knows what violence is, and it knows how to show violence. I think this came after Blue Ruin.
Yeah, it did.
Such a step up, I think, just in terms of like the filmmaking, how it's all structured, how it's all blocked as well, and how the story develops. It's quite a short movie, goes at a rate of knots, and at the end you're just like, fucking Jesus Christ. Like none of this was pleasant, but I still think that the overall experience was very fulfilling. It's really good effort from him.
I think it's part of like an unofficial trilogy, isn't it? It's like Blue Ruin, Green Room, and he did one more that was straight to Netflix. I've forgotten what it's called.
Red Cow.
No, it's White something.
Oh.
And it's got Jeffrey Wright as the lead character, I believe. Okay.
Yeah, I know the one you're talking about, but I've heard it's not great.
I quite liked it when I watched it, but I've not seen it in years, to be fair. But yeah, I think Green Room's definitely the best of the
terrifying. One of the ones I'll let horror rating. Yes. Cool. We've got one more category to do, and then we'll just sweep up with some miscellaneous stuff. How long have we been going? It's like a long time.
Yeah,
too long. All right, 5 zombie movies. Go.
5 zombie movies. I watched 28 Years Later.
Shit, yeah.
Fun, good, had a good time.
Really like that one.
Aaron Taylor-Johnson.
Pulls off a good one.
Yeah, he was good in it.
I like the kid as well.
I like the kid, yeah, the kid was good. And I liked it when Jack O'Connell turned up at the end dressed in Jimmy Savile clothing with the rest of his Jimmy Savile gang.
Awesome. I love Jack O'Connell.
Made me laugh.
Yeah, yeah.
I also watched One Cut of the Dead with you guys.
Yes, we did, yeah.
That was elite. That was probably my favourite film I watched throughout Hooptober. Not so much a horror film, more just like
horror comedy.
Yeah, but like it's a film about the making of a horror film, and it's like just really clever how they pull it off. So much fun.
Throws you for a loop a little bit. When you feel like at the beginning, you're like, what is this? What am I watching?
Because there's oddities when you're watching like this really low budget zombie film and you're like, what's going on here? And then like you find out why that weird shit was happening. And it's just like, it was really funny, really great. Had a great time with that one.
One of the best.
I also watched Night of the Living Dead.
Of course.
Thought that was brilliant. Never seen that before.
Yeah.
Big fan.
I'm not really big on that movie. I'll probably have to watch it again.
I thought it was great. Yeah, I thought it was really good.
I like it.
Yeah. And I've forgotten what the lead actor's called, but he was brilliant. He was really good. And what else did I watch? Actually, I think Pet Sematary was classified as one of my zombie films as well.
Sure, yeah.
Because people come back from the dead.
Yeah. I only did 4 out of 5 in the end. But I did Return of the Living Dead. That was a rewatch film that I was like really into when I was a teenager. It's like horror, like a zombie comedy where like the premise is, Night of the Living Dead, that was based on real events, and then zombies show up. It's very silly, over the top, but like insanely cool, like prosthetics and creature designs and stuff. Very cheesy movie, but I enjoyed it. I Walked with a Zombie and Black Sheep. Obviously already talked about those.
Yep.
And One Cut of the Dead was my other one.
Coolio. I watched 7 zombie movies. Not on purpose, but they just sort of happened that way. White Zombie was one, I Am Legend and Fido. I also watched Wreck and Wreck 2. Wreck, I think it's one of the best zombie movies ever. Yeah. I love the idea of a zombie movie that is like handheld and like found footage.
Yeah.
It's about this camera crew, film crew who are trying to go for like a night out with some firemen, and then they end up getting trapped in an apartment complex with a bunch of zombies. It's terrifying. It's really tense. It's like great performances as well from Manuela Velasco. I think she's absolutely fantastic. It's probably one of my favorite horror movie protagonists. She just has
she's great.
So much fun with the role, and she's like very upbeat and all up for it. And then they get like stuck in this apartment building, and then she just starts grilling these people, like interviewing them and all that. And then she's able to like switch between that and like pure horror so effectively. It's one of my favorite performances.
How scary is that ending as well?
Yeah.
Terrifying ending. Absolutely insane.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite horror movies. I love that film, but it fucks me up every time I watch it.
It's also got a lot of like commentary on like what governments tell people as well, which I found really interesting. I really like that.
Rec 2 is good as well.
Rec 2 is good. They got the same guys coming back for it, the director and the writers.
They did 3 and 4 as well, but they suck.
No, it was very reminiscent of like Aliens sort of thing, where they're coming back. I think it keeps the vibe of Rec 1, but I don't think it's as effective as a horror movie. No,
definitely not. But
it's not as scary, but it is very interesting, and I think I really like what they do with the multiple perspectives of the police going in and the army. I like all the night vision stuff they do. There's a lot of stuff that's like really good just on like a filmmaking level that I appreciated a lot. But I don't think it's as good as its predecessor.
No, the third one's like found footage for the first half hour and then gives up. And the fourth one's not found footage at all. It's like about the lead from the first movie. She's on a boat. And that's kind of it. And then there's zombies on this boat.
Oh, that's silly.
That's rubbish.
Cool. I watched In a Violent Nature. You heard of this movie?
Is that when you follow the serial killer?
Yeah, it's that one. That's its gimmick. I think it's got a lot of good qualities to it, a lot of distinct imagery. But I think the problem is that you're following the serial killer, and it takes fucking forever for him to just like walk to different people who he's going to kill. And I don't feel anything when these people die because I'm not following them. But the kills are really good. There's some fucking gnarly gore in here, man. There's one point, I'll spoil one kill for you guys. There's one point where he sees a woman looking out over a cliff, and he gets his hook, jams the hook through her torso, hook up to her head or whatever, and pulls the head out through the back of her torso. It's fucking disgusting.
Oh yeah.
It's really great. They break the perspective of the killer at the end. That was the most terrifying part of the movie. Because you're following one of the survivors that he hasn't got yet, And the way that they do it is that like gets picked up by a woman who's driving. She's like, "You gotta go to a hospital, baby." And then she's just driving. She's like, "Finally, I fucking did it." And then they have to stop because her leg's bleeding. Got to bandage it up, and it's just like this weird shot of just like the forest, like come back at any moment. Who knows? It's terrifying.
Yeah.
Take it or leave it though. Like it's pretty good, but I wouldn't readily recommend it because of how slow it is.
Yeah, I've been meaning to watch it. It reminds me a lot of or from the sound of it, the film Maniac, but like the remake with Elijah Wood.
Okay.
Where the whole thing is he's a serial killer and it's a POV of him for the whole movie. Yeah.
Okay, cool. One of the ones that I also watched, what I felt when going through this and watching all these zombie movies was like, I don't like the idea of what we've turned zombie movies into, where it's mostly to do with like, oh, they were infected or whatever. It all began in a lab. It came from a rat. Boring, lame. Put these people in the ground, have them come back up. That's a zombie. You're so little you get to see that. I don't understand what the problem is.
I think that's why I like Night of the Living Dead, because that is literally what happens in that.
It's the same with Return of the Living Dead. It is kind of like more scientific than that. It's like a chemical that causes it, but there's still zombies coming out the ground and they're walking around, same brains, the whole movie.
Yeah, that's sick. I want more of that. I don't care about lab-grown zombies. Give me some fucking dirty-ass freaks. I watched this Norwegian movie that came out last year. I don't think we got it, though. It's called Handling the Undead. It's with starring, fuck me, how do you pronounce her name? Renate Reinsve. I looked that up. Renate Reinsve, who was in The Worst Person in the World. This is a movie about the dead coming back from the grave. Or like, what if the people you loved had come back, but they were just like, couldn't talk to you, they were fucked up, they were all disgusting.
I'd simply kill them.
Kill them again.
That's the thing. Renate gets her son back. Her father is like laying flowers at his grave, and then he hears like banging, so he like digs up the grave, takes the corpse out, he sees that he's breathing, and it's just like this really weird meditative movie about how we deal with that. I think it was trying to say something about death as like an inevitability and a finality, and that we all need to die, even though we all fear it is going to happen. But if we... No?
No. I just decided a few years ago I'm not going to die.
No, okay, that's fine. Well, except for Kai. But it's an inevitability for us.
Gonna beat the devil to a fiddle contest.
Oh, is that a Tenacious D? I've not.
Yeah.
No, that's just a thing.
Oh, is it? Oh, what if you beat the devil at fiddling?
Yeah, or the Grim Reaper, whoever it is.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, I thought it was like saying a lot about like how we are mortal. If we could be immortal, eventually we wouldn't want it anymore. It's it would be unnatural. It'd be this horrible thing, this burden that we'd have if you had a child who died. Getting them back maybe wouldn't be best thing if they were in this condition. It would just it's more like it's like nature's trying to reclaim them back, and they look fucking horrible, and they're just like they're just breathing shallow breaths and not being able to speak to you, not being the people that they were before you knew them.
This is Pet Sematary. This is literally what happens in Pet Sematary. Yeah.
I think it's
Pet Sematary sounds like a lot campier. This sounds a lot more serious.
This is very serious. Yeah. I think it scratches the surface of something really great, but I don't think it sticks the landing. I think a lot of it is quite iffy, a bit meandering, a bit boring. But for what it's worth, I appreciated what it was going for, and I thought it was quite unique as a zombie movie.
Whereas Pet Sematary has a killer baby.
Sick. Hell yeah. Cool. I'm going to go into the home stretch here. Just list some movies.
I think if anyone's still listening to this podcast now, they're a certified freak.
I'm barely listening to it myself, mate. But you know what? We did this ourselves. We got to see it through. What are you got any more movies that you watched that didn't fall under those categories?
I watched Cinemonster Werewolf in London.
That's a brilliant movie.
It was brilliant. That is pretty much me tapped out though with those. Oh no, and sorry, A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night. Oh yeah. Shout out to that. That was great.
What is that?
It's a Iranian vampire film.
I've been meaning to watch that. I remember Mark Commode loved it when it came out.
It's really good. It's really unique vibe. And it's got what's that band? White Lies.
White Lies.
They've got a song in it.
Oh shit!
And it's like one of the best scenes
Sign me
in
up,
the film.
baby.
It's great.
Hell yeah.
But,
I'm
yeah,
seeing
that
them
was it.
on Thursday. Can't wait.
Oh, you know.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I'll go.
Yeah. I don't know.
Watched The Corpse Bride.
Oh
the
yeah.
Tim Burton movie. That was literally just my
Thrust upon
partner put it on. And I was like, fuck it. It can be a Hooptober movie. Why not?
Yeah.
Don't like it. It sucks.
Oh.
Just go in order that I've got it in. The Devils, Ken Russell movie. Probably the best movie I watched for Hooptober. Fucking
film.
awesome movie. Really needs to get a physical release of like the full extended like director's cut. I had to watch like some version online that's been cobbled together from like really shitty like film footage.
Mhm.
Great stuff. Seconds by John Frankenheimer was like a really crazy like sci-fi horror movie from the 60s.
What a mad name.
Loved that one.
Frankenheimer.
Yeah. I watched Werner Herzog's Nosferatu the Vampire.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was alright.
Right.
Grow up.
I prefer the original and I preferred Robert Eggers' one.
Mm-hmm.
Mental.
I watched Creature from the Black Lagoon, which I thought was insanely boring.
Yeah. Sounds like it.
They revealed that the Creature from the Black Lagoon isn't called the Creature from the Black Lagoon. He's called Gillman.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Gillman's a shit film title, though, isn't it? You can't have a film called Gillman.
Together, that new movie, Alison Brie, Dave Franco. That was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun.
Really enjoyed it.
I enjoyed that so much. I thought that was one of the better horror movies of this year.
Yeah,
I
very
think
gross.
I'd like them to even like get nominated for some awards, but I know they won't because it's a horror movie. But I thought they put on like some of the best performances of the year. I really thought I really enjoyed like this idea of romantic relationships and like how close is too close, because they're like literally like sticking together in places. That the sex scene is horrible in the toilet. It's absolutely horrible.
Have you guys heard the controversy around that?
No.
Yeah, someone said that they've ripped off.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about watching it, because from what I gather from the stories I've heard, they literally have just ripped it off wholesale, because I think Dave Franco was attached to the other project at one point, dropped out, and then went away, wrote this film, and it's like literally apparently like scene for scene the exact film that he was attached to.
Oh, well, it's still good.
I didn't know about that. I really liked it. I thought they were great, sexy. I think it was saying something about like codependent relationship.
Yeah.
You know, like finding a balance of a relationship where you're very much together but still able to thrive apart. Like how much is too much? Yeah. I don't know why he didn't want to fuck Alison Brie though. He didn't really give many answers for it. He was just like, nah, I don't want to. Fucking leave then.
Yeah, he's too busy making music.
Honestly. How can they live in that beautiful place in the forest on a teacher's salary? We got to go to America.
No.
Got 4 more I'll quickly go through.
Yeah.
One of them was Visitor Q, directed by Takashi Miike.
Takashi Miike.
Loved that guy. Hated that movie.
Cool.
I like kind of watched it because I've heard it's like really shocking and horrible and like comes up all the time on like most disturbing movies lists.
And was it?
No.
Oh.
I just
no.
I thought it was kind of boring. It was just kind of stupid.
Yeah.
Half the movie is just some kid beating his mum up. There's this guy who shows up like at the house and he's like maybe going to make everything all better. And there's a scene where he just like, the woman's like sat at a chair and he goes behind her, starts like caressing her nipples and starts squeezing milk out of it. So milk starts spraying everywhere.
Let's go.
I was just like, what the fuck's going on? Another insane movie was Final Flesh. It's from the studio PFFR, who did Wonder Shows and Xavier Renegade Angel. So the creator of those shows, Vernon Chapman, wrote a bunch of weird, nonsensical, surrealist scripts and hired 4 amateur porn fetish websites to just produce them scene for scene, like exactly how it was written. It's fucking hilarious. It's one of the weirdest movies I've ever seen, but it was so funny. It's so like weirdly unnerving at points as well, just because of how like abstract and strange it is.
Yeah.
But it's very silly, very weird. And then a couple of rewatches of like all-time favourites. Did Rocky Horror Picture Show and Halloween. Great movies.
Cool.
Nice.
Nothing to say about those.
I Right, we'll rattle through these then. I saw a movie called When Evil Lurks. This is an Argentinian movie about evil lurking. And it's like a couple of brothers who... this was like one of the first movies I watched. I'm not super fresh on it. But I thought... I don't remember what I thought, actually. I thought it was quite good. But it's like evil. They're like, shit, man, the evil's coming. And it's making people do weird shit. And kids are getting killed, and there's a dog that eats a kid's balls or something. And then they go like, oh, we gotta run out into the wilderness so we get away from the evil, all because they there was like an infection on this weird gross man, and they have to cut out this like weird gross man on a blanket, and they're like, this guy's too gross to exist, so they dump him in a ditch and then run away. It's pretty cool. I thought it was a lot to do with guilt manifesting as the evil, but I don't think it really stuck the landing. It like ended and I was like, oh, is that okay? I've
been meaning to watch it. I've heard good things.
Yeah, I think it's got a lot of like made up rules with shit. And you can go either way with that, but if you don't stick the landing on the rules that you make up for your own movie, then you're fucked. This does it in a sort of halfway. It's pretty good, but it's sort of a weird one. Cool. Together I watched Cuckoo.
Okay.
Cuckoo is a movie. Yeah, it was a Hunter Schafer one from like last year or something. It's fine. It's like this. If I remember correctly, they go to live in like Switzerland or something. This guy is here and he's really weird. And he's like, oh shit. Also, I make people into cuckoos, and I'm gonna get your sister. She's like, what the fuck is a cuckoo? And he's like, I don't know really what it was, and it doesn't explain what it is, but it's like, it's got one of those like proboscis sort of tongue things that's like, and also like we breed these because we feel like it. Or something. It's like very loose. It doesn't. I think it really needed to like flesh out the ideas that it was going for before it decided to put them on the screen. Because there are certain parts of it that are quite good, but also just like really not all that bothered about it. I thought it was fine. The action sequences are pretty good. You get to see Hunter Schafer doing some like gnarly action stuff. They go full throttle with the gore. Quite like it, but. Wanted more from the characters, more from the writing. I saw the movie Good Boy in the cinema. This was a movie about a dog and a man. They love each other so much. This dog loves this man so much. And it's from the perspective of the dog. I think the director just wanted to make a movie about a dog because he loves his dog so much. And the guy's going through a lot of shit, a lot of turmoil. Goes to sequester himself in this family house. And his sister's like, you can't be there for too long because everybody who's lived in that house has died. And he was like, it's just been my dad and my granddad who lived there. And she goes, yeah, because they're all fucked up. And the dog's trying to look after him. He's going through all these like withdrawal symptoms. It's a movie about like addiction as much as it is about like the ways in which we invite animals into our homes and how we make them love us. And we're really nice to them and give them treats and they love us unconditionally. And the dog loves this guy so much, and he's like barking at the entities that are trying to get him. The manifestation of these like, mud people as a form of his addiction. Thought it was really good dog acting. Really a freaky movie, creepy stuff that's going on. Creepy antagonists. I saw it was super well shot and blocked. You don't really see the guy's face for too much of it as we stay with the dog. It's good tonal movie. Good one to watch if you like tone and atmosphere. Cool. I watched a movie from, I'm going to say that after. Anyway, I watched a movie from 2016 called The Love Witch. I don't know if you've heard of this movie.
Yeah, it was on my Hooptober list last year, but I removed it last second because I
missed out on it. You missed out on a banger.
I watched like half an hour of it and I was just like, I'm not getting this at all.
No?
It was just, the vibe was just too weird for me. It was like, I don't know if it was like a satire or what, but it was so over the top and I was just like,
I think it's meant to be a satire.
Very over the top, very comedic, funny sort of stuff going on. It looks amazing. It's like one of the most interesting looking movies of the last maybe 10 years because it looks like it could have been made in the 80s. There's like no side. If you would just put this on and been like, yeah, that's a movie, take it or leave it, I would have been like, yeah, it's probably from the 80s. But it was from 2016. They made it look amazing. I thought, but it's like set in the modern day, and I think it's like a lot about feminism and women and empowerment and old ideals versus new ideals, and the idea of this modern witch who's going about, every man she meets, she's like, you're the one for me, baby. And then they turn out to like be either a dick or like dead. And she's like, why isn't this working? I don't get it. All I want to do is please a man and be good to him. So I think it was like a lot of commentary on like how far we've come, how far feminism has come over the years. So I like the idea that it was like sort of, it felt of a time where maybe we weren't as progressive with our views on feminism. I thought I really enjoyed it. I think it's a very unique movie. I think it looks amazing, and it's really great acting throughout. I would really recommend it. And I know you said that you weren't really about it, but
I might have just been in a bad mood that day, to be fair.
I think it's good. It's good. It's a good one. It's like love, man. It's not something you can manufacture. She's trying to like get so much. She goes from man to man. She's like, well, that one didn't work. Fucking get the next one. Maybe that one will love me. It's just like, this is not something that you can manufacture, you can create into being just by pure force of will. It's just, it has to be something that you feel as much, less so than something you willingly create. Last one I watched, we were supposed to watch together, Cinemonster. I'll say this right off the bat. If we'd have watched this together, we'd have had a terrible time.
Yeah, I kind of thought that would be the case.
It's weird. It's a really weird movie. It's attempting this strange form of presentation I've not really seen before. Don't really know how to describe it, but I sent you guys a few screenshots.
I've seen a lot of like pictures and stuff from it.
Grainy movie, sleepy movie. This is one of the, almost fell asleep so many times to this. I don't know if like the style of presentation was like a good decision, but it was unique, and I do respect it for that. We're following like a child who's being haunted by an entity, some sort of malevolent force. Parents are out, don't know where the parents are. Sometimes they're, sometimes they're not. I think it's just a lot of long shots of basically nothing, but then sometimes something creepy will happen and the child will do something. And the kid's scared, call up the police being like, I don't know where my mum is, don't know where my dad is. They're like, what? Where are you? Where are you? We got to get you, kid. And then it's just like some really fucked up stuff. I think it's a lot to do with like, it reminded me of The Innocents a bit, but like to do with like corruption of childhood innocence. This is like this poltergeist sort of thing, moving shit around, taking this sick pleasure in torturing a child. It's quite scary in that sense, but mostly it's a little bit boring and a little bit dull. But what I got most from it, I think, was this idea of, I don't know if you had this when you were a kid, but when I was a child and I had a nightmare, I would go to my parents and try to wake them up and be like, I had a nightmare, please, will you help? And I had the different like recurring nightmares or whatever.
Please,
it's not
father.
Funny. It's not funny. No, because I was scared and like a child. But
it's the way you said it. Please, can you help?
Because when you're a child, you feel that your parents will help you out of this dream world that you have manifested in your head, and you wake up and you realize that maybe it's not real, but you do need help from your parents, sort of calm you down a bit. I sort of stood on the precipice of my parents' bedroom and didn't go in a lot of the time. I was too scared. I thought they would be mad at me. I felt it was a lot to do with that. Not knowing how to act as a child, I thought it was quite a sad movie in that way as well.
I had a nightmare once. I went and knocked on my mum and dad's door, and my dad said to me, "It's not real." And I went, "No, I know, but I'm scared." He goes, "Just go back to sleep." I was like, "Cool, thank you, Dad."
Yeah.
So never did that again.
Parents being like mad that you'd woken them up even.
Yeah.
Why don't you go back to sleep?
Yeah. I was just like, cool. Won't be doing that again.
No. Yeah, I think it was, it's like when you're a child, sure, it's a dream, but it was like a manifestation of like, what if that was real? When you're a kid, all these emotions are very heightened. You feel like something dark is after you, a horrible presence, and it's saying like, well, what if that was real? What if this happened to this kid? He goes through some horrible stuff. I think there's a good movie in here somewhere, maybe 50 minutes long. That'd be ideal. 50 minutes went by like nothing, and the rest of the movie was a big slog. I don't know if I'd recommend it, but I still had a pretty good time overall. I fell asleep pretty much like every 10 minutes. I closed my eyes like every 10 minutes.
Yeah, I've been meaning to watch it, but from what I've heard, I feel like it's like the kind of movie that will go one of two ways. You'll either connect with it and enjoy it, or you'll find it the most boring thing ever. Yeah, I
appreciate it. I respect it for what it's going for. I think it's a good first feature. I think it's really cool. Probably wouldn't watch it again, though.
Yeah, I think the director came from a YouTube background, if I'm not mistaken, which is cool.
That's nice. Lovely. I want to round this off. Just get what your best movie was for Hooptober that you hadn't seen before.
The Devils. Incredible stuff. I'll almost definitely make you guys watch it for an episode at some point in the future.
How about you, Kai?
Mine, can I have a tie?
Yeah.
Okay, it was The Innocents and One Cut of the Dead.
Nice. Mine was The Innocents. I thought it was outstanding. Got to watch that again at some point. It's really great. Masterclass stuff. Cool, we did it, boys. How long has it been? 10 hours?
Yeah, it's felt like it.
We got another episode to do for December. That one's going to be Kai's marathon. We're going back to the marathon format. What do you got for us?
Sorry, let me load it up. I should have been prepared, for God's sake, you idiot, you amateur, you stupid man. I have gone for 3 documentaries because I don't know if you guys have ever done documentaries.
Oh, I remember this conversation now.
We've done a couple of documentaries.
Yeah. Okay.
But so nothing dedicated to documentaries, really.
No.
This is a purely documentary marathon. So Italianamerican by Martin Scorsese, The Boy. Crumb.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a weird film about an artist guy. And, of course, Grizzly Man.
Oh, nice.
Because I've been talking to you guys about Grizzly Man for months now.
Yeah, I've been meaning to watch it for ages. I want to get into more Werner Herzog movies because Nosferatu is like basically the only one I've seen. Apart from like his Apple TV one about the environment, which was boring.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, fair. Grizzly Man is anything but boring. It's one of the most unintentionally funny films I've ever seen in my life.
Nice.
Cool. And I can't wait to introduce you guys to Timothy Treadwell.
More to come on the next episode in December. Thanks for listening. If you're still here,
leave a comment. What should they comment?
Well, you should leave a comment saying,
I'm an NYU film graduate, sucker.
Say I'm an NYU film graduate, sucker, and then we'll know. Watch Italianamerican, watch Crumb, and watch Grizzly Man. We're going to talk about those. Get in touch via our email. What's the email, Chris? Let them know. Let us know and send us your inquiries. Yeah. Any last words? Halloween?
Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell.
Fucking smash that like button. Smash it good, baby.